Hello, hello, hello. How's everyone doing today? Happy Friday, TGIF. We made it. We're at the end of another week. How are we all doing? How's everybody? Everybody staying cool? Everyone not melting? I've been reading more and more online that people are basically losing their shoes. They're walking around outside and the rubber's melting. It's crazy, like the kind of weather we're going through right now. But we have a couple days where I'm at where we have like a little bit break in the weather where it's like getting colder. So I definitely appreciate the break, however small it is, from constant like 90 plus degree weather. Hey Katsuki, how's your day going? Welcome, welcome. Good to see you as always. Oh man, we had such like an exciting episode yesterday. We did the quest for Battlehorn. We finally figured out what was going on with Hector. I actually had Medium send me an article talking about the deep ones and like what's the lore and what's going on. So that was like a very interesting read too. Like there's about 10 people with 10 different hypotheses of what it could be. Anything from like an old god to like a Daedric prince that's not quite as powerful to some sort of demon or a creature that basically developed the ability to like mind control people, which is amazing. I like the theory that it's a creature that got trapped in the mines and slowly over time was able to lure people into the mines to try to dig it out. And that was what was happening and why they got more and more crazy the closer they got to it because he was like controlling them more and more, which I love that. So I love like little lore things like that where people like try to like research and figure out what's going on in the game. I just love articles and stuff like that. Hey Chris, did you kill any geese today? You said you found the blunt weapons trainer. Did she? Did you tell her how many geese you killed? That should be all you have to tell her to get training, right? I think the funniest thing is no more than usual. I think the funniest thing is she made me go to that store to buy an elven bow, and she didn't even have an elven bow. She had a silver bow, and she's like, "Oh, okay, fine. I guess I can train you now." Like, I wonder if the developers had to think very long and hard about that quest and the setup. They're like, "I know. We'll just make them buy an elven bow. That's all they have to do." But so far, my least favorite quest for the master trainers by far is the alteration guy. I was totally justified in taking that Argonian out. What a butt he was. All he could do was tell me to stand underwater and then cancel the quest because I moved 2 feet to the left. That was super annoying. I'm still trying to find the hand to hand guy. There's like a bunch of funny memes, and I guess it's like a really funny quest if you can find the Fight Club guy. I found like a couple groups of people fighting, but I haven't been like asked to join Fight Club. And you can't ask about Fight Club because it's like the movie where nobody talks about Fight Club. So you kind of have to stumble upon them at the right time at night. They have to be fighting. You have to have high enough level. You have to impress them. You have to win a fight, and then you get like a quest to go fight the Grandmaster, and you can like learn a new move from it. So if I'm able to like stumble upon him while we're out and about, I'll be so excited. But I was thinking for today's episode, I want to do definitely more of the Fighters Guild. I want to go after some of the trophies to fill up the castle because I love the Minotaur trophy that we got. I want to do the quests that we got about the Forlorn. There's a ghost that's going around. I want to figure out what his story is. And then, other than that, I just want to kind of look for the few other Daedric shrines that we're missing. People were saying that you can go into town and talk to like random people, and if you find the right person, they will actually they'll have a dialogue that says Daedric Shrine, and you'll talk to them, and then they will tell you about the shrine that they know about or that they worship from, and that's a way to get the Daedric Shrines like marked on your map if you don't know where they are. So I'll also be looking for that as I like talk to people when we go to like the various towns. Yeah, that's true. I think that's a little bit racist that he's an Argonian, and then his mission is all super easy for Argonians. And then, of course, as soon as I deal the quest with him, I find a necklace that lets me breathe underwater forever. So he didn't say I couldn't leave. He just said stay underwater for 3 hours. So if anything, I blame him. But I think if I was held into a court of law and basically had to prove my innocence or guiltiness for killing that Argonian, I don't think anyone would throw me in jail. I think they'd say I was justified for what he did to me. I mean, you know how hard it is to just sit in one spot for 3 hours in game time and just look at his ugly mug? Like, not a fun time. Not a fun time at all. But I'm going to go ahead and load us in. I think I left us in the castle right next to our Minotaur trophy so everybody can get a look when we load back in. But I'm very impressed. I made sure that I went to the arena and I fought the biggest Minotaur I could find. I made sure his horns were really big. I made sure he had a nose ring. His eyes were red, and he's got them extended with his claws, so you can just see like how terrifying he looks. The only thing I think I'm going to add is I'm going to put like a glass hammer or like a weapon next to him because Minotaurs tend to have weapons, and I think it'll just like complete the trophy. So, but we'll go ahead and load in. You guys can get a look at him. Looks like there's like 8 spots for trophies too. And the sad part is I had most of the stuff that she needed for the different trophies, and I ended up selling it like 2 minutes before I got the quest from her. But I just, like, he's a perfect specimen. I mean, I love his horns, I love his eyes, he got the nose ring, his mouth's open, and see these crazy-ass claws that they have. And then she shined his hoofs too, so they're nice and shiny. So, definitely worth it. His tail's nice. Very nice. It looks like 1, 2, 3, 4. And there's 2 other ones like close to my bedroom that I can also put trophies in, so I want to work on that. I finally like have enough money, and I've paid enough to have like guards walking around the castle.
If you've done good deeds, the Nine will bless you and cure diseases when you visit their way shrines. I heard that some cult called the Mythic Dawn is behind the Emperor's assassination.
Bastards. If I ever got hold of one of them, I'd put him in the fire like the old days.
Heard any news from the other provinces?
Nothing I'd like to talk about. What's the news from the other parts of Tamriel?
Goodbye.
Good evening.
Hello.
I love the like dialogue in this, like between NPCs. It's so funny. Like, so did you hear about those Argonians in Blackwater Marsh? And then he's like, yeah. Did you hear that the Mythic Dawn is in part of the assassination of the Empire? That's nothing I like to talk about. Goodbye. Oh my god, I can't handle it. So we also found out, because this magical, mystical Dwarven Forge that I bought, if I come here and I repair my stuff, I can go over durability. I can go to like 125 on all my stuff. So I definitely took advantage of that. All of our stuff is at like 125 durability, so I totally love this forge. It's like paying for itself. I technically need to get a horse so I can make use of my stables. But so far I'm loving it. It looks like they're starting to kind of clean up some of the bodies. You can see like where the weapons and stuff are. Some of the bodies have been moved. We have to clean it up so that I can have visitors. They got rid of this guy that I pushed off the wall, so that's nice. There's still like, what, 2 bodies here they have to move, but we're getting there. Hey, Pelu. Thanks so much for the follow. Good to see you. Happy to have you. Oh, there's this person on the road I totally forgot about as well. Oh, he's the battle mage. Okay. But yeah, so they're cleaning it up, but I absolutely love this home. Like, I've always wanted a castle. I've always wanted to be a lord. I have enough money to, like, keep all these people on retainer, so I don't think anyone's going to be betraying me soon. I pay very well. I have a full 401k, 6-week vacation time, Roth RI. I do matching. So I have a very competitive benefits plan, so I have a lot of people working for me at the castle. What the hell, lion? Actually, you know what? I think we have to kill this because he's one of the trophies, isn't he? We need to get a lion's pelt, so this will work out. Give me this. Alright, let's just do a quick pit stop into my trophy lady because she can turn this into a trophy before we go. We need to hunt a ogre, a wolf, a lion, a bear, a clanfer. I can't remember what the last thing is. I would love to have a Daedric trophy. Put that in my bedroom. Stare at me in the middle of the night. Yeah, and there's some trophy that goes here too. I can't wait to see which big trophy goes up here. I hope it's the ogre. Alright, so I think if I remember correctly, she's on the ground floor, but she's in the east wing, I think. The castle's very big, so I'm still trying to get like the lay of the land. I'm not quite there 100% yet. basement where all my wine is. South Tower, that's my escape route. There's my bear. He just hangs out at the dining room. It's very nice. This is my guy who brings me things.
What can I do for you,
He's
sir?
like my cup servant.
A little food and drink will do you some good.
I'll take some mead.
Certainly. Here you are. Anything else?
That should be good.
Come back and see me again.
Alright, now where is she? She's off the dining room, I thought, but maybe not. Oh, here she is. She's got this big old bear rug. That's how you know you're in the right place.
What is it, Sarah?
I want you to make a trophy.
What can I do for you?
I would like a trophy of... So it's bear, wolf, mountain lion, ogre, clan fur, Daedra, troll. We need the troll one for sure. But make me a mountain lion one.
Ah, wonderful. I'll just take this from you and get to work. I'll need some time with this. Come and find me tomorrow.
Alright, so she's going to make it out of the lion's pelt, and then when we come back to the castle tomorrow, we'll be able to run around and see which pedestal she put it on. Bye, Henry. We'll see you later. If it was up to me, my whole trophy room would be filled with minotaurs, let's be honest. They're just so cool. So I'll take her dagger. We can sell some of this stuff. This lady just has a ton of arrows. You know what? I might actually just pick these up. I've been getting more and more into the to archery lately. I need to get all the valuables off it before they move these bodies out of here. There we go. So we still have a quest to check out the thief's home, and I believe there's one other home for like the treasure hunter that I haven't checked out. So I'm sure at some point we'll check those out, but I'm just loving this castle. Like between the castle and the wizard's tower, I can't be any more like excited. I think they did a great job on the player home DLC. So this quest we found out is just you have to bring her 6, and they're basically, if you go to ruins, they're like in a chest. This is the Fighters Guild mission. I think I want to start with this Forlorn Watchman quest. It just sounded interesting. It has to do with like this ghost that's like walking around and haunts the sea. I've heard a rumor about the ghost of an old man who walks the shores of Nibbin Bay at night. It's said that he walks slowly along the coast and then looks out mournfully into the bay until the sun rises. The people of Breville have taken to calling him the Forlorn Watchman. I was referred to Gilgadoran at Silverholm on the Water to learn more. Let's go to Breville and see what we can find out about this guy.
Evening.
Oh, who this lady is.
I used to admire you.
Mages Guild, rumors.
Goodbye.
Uh-oh. Is he a sad ghost? Usually ghosts are pretty sad, aren't they? That's why they, like, haunt the area. Because they have, like, some super terrible thing that happened to them, or, like, they have to finish a mission. I don't think I found a happy ghost yet.
You've got some nimble fingers.
Wow, look, there's an
What have
orc
you been
here. I had
getting
no
into?
idea.
Brokil Grow-Shotter, Lord High Warden of the Taps. Gilgondoran's most prized customer. I taste everything, over and over, and over again.
I like this guy. Do you know any rumors?
Varan Vamori can be really charming. Of course, there's something a bit odd about him as well.
Varan Vermoni. Who's Varan Vermoni? That name sounds very familiar.
Take care.
Oh, we also have a very old quest from the Countess of, what is the town? The town way up north. Bruma, that I completely forgot. She sent me $200 to, like, entice me to talk to her, and I've completely blown her off for, like, 6 months, so we definitely need to go see what she wants, because I know she's going to be pissed off. I completely forgot she wanted my help. But I definitely want to know about this ghost before I do that. They're still talking about the burning dogs. I love it. Alright.
Look at the muscles on you.
Yes, thank you very much. I'm here about the ghost.
Gilgondoran. Silverholm on the Water has beds and food. What's your pleasure?
I would like to know about this ghost.
The watchman looks like he may have been a sailor. No one knows where he came from, or why he looks so sad. I don't like talking about the dead like they're some kind of tourist attraction, but that spirit has been making his ghostly journey for years now.
We've learned to just accept that he's there. Every night, sure as clockwork, he appears at Bonwatch Camp at 8 on the shore of Nibbin Bay.
Okay.
He's never harmed anyone, but most people give him a wide berth. You seem curious enough, so I'll be glad to pinpoint where he appears.
I ain't scared of no ghost. I got silver arrows. I know how to kill a ghost. I know how to re-kill a ghost.
I offer the finest goods and lowest prices in all Cyrodiil.
Yeah, but everybody says that, but nobody really does it. Okay, he's just got food. I always check just to see if he has, you know, like some of the store vendors have like unique named items, so now I'm curious. I always check when I talk to people.
Take care.
All right. I'm also ready to, I think, change my armor set here. I want to wear something more fitting of a lord. We're going to be, I'm going to have to decide what I want to switch my armor to. All right, so 8 p.m. It's 11:28, so we've already missed the 8 p.m. window. We can try to go to his camp, but I don't know if he'll be there. We might have missed it. We might have to wait a day. The ghostly figure of the Forlorn Watchman has appeared on the shore of Nibbin Bay. Perhaps I should wait or watch him for a bit and see what he does. Okay.
Please.
He looks imperial. Yeah, definitely. I wonder if he's like looking for his lover or something. It's a very weird campsite. It's like an island in the middle of the water next to some alien ruins. I don't want to talk to him because I feel like that'll interrupt what he's doing. Is anyone in chat like a specialist at ghosts? About the best I've done with ghosts is I've played Luigi's Mansion, so I'm really good at sucking them up in vacuums and putting them in portraits. Like all my ghost expertise comes from Luigi. And I've seen Ghostbusters. I guess that counts. Oh, did you, Chris? Oh, nice. I'm sure you handled it a little bit differently, probably with a two-hander, am I right? You're like, I ain't scared of no ghost. Just probably attacked him. I mean, I could try to attack him, but he doesn't seem hostile, at least not yet. I'm also trying to stay invisible so I don't, like, trigger him accidentally. I don't know if he sees me yet. I like his ponytail, though. These are deer. They don't seem to be spooked by him, so usually animals know if like a ghost is bad news bears because like cats and stuff will hiss and like warn you if they see something spooky, but these deer are coming like right up to him. So that's a good sign. I really wish I had the vacuum from Luigi's Mansion, though. I could suck him up and ask him some questions. We've walked from the camp around the edge. Maybe he's going to go up in here. I have to remember to keep looking around just in case I happen upon a Daedric shrine that we haven't discovered yet. Uh-oh, scamp. Oh, is it good? It sounded good, like it when they were talking about it, and I heard a rumor about this ghost. It sounded interesting. I love anything that has to do with like supernatural, ghosts, banshees, onis, spirits. Basically all the guys from Phasmophobia. But so far I would say this guy is just like looking for his lover or something. I don't know what he's trying to find. Maybe his treasure? He's definitely staying close to the water. Maybe he's looking for his boat. Yeah, he's definitely a pirate. Who doesn't love a good pirate? He's going by all these ruins. Oh, he's looking for something. He's got his hands over his eyeball. Oh, shit.
Once the man known as Grantham Blakely. Look for me in the mouth of the panther. Please, release me.
Okay, so obviously he can see me even though I'm invisible. So I was doing all of that for no reason. Hey, where are you looking, though? You're looking at that rock? Looks like he's looking at that rock. He just, like, attacks, like, out of the blue. He's like, hey, I can see you. I don't know what you're doing. The ghost stomped its somber walk at a rocky outcropping jutting into Nibbin Bay. He identified himself as Grantham Blakely and simply said, look for me in the mouth of the panther. Please release me. Then it turned back out to the bay and looked out over the water. I think it was looking that way specifically. I should try and ask Gilgadorin about the mouth of the panther. Okay. He's like looking out, like he's like looking for like the ship or like treasure out in the water. I wonder what he's looking for. The mouth of the panther makes me think of that cave from Aladdin, where he goes to get the lamp and he has to open up the mouth to get in. I wonder if it's going to be like an Aladdin-style cave. That would be really cool.
Gilgondorin. Silver Home on the water has beds and food. What's your pleasure?
Alright, so I talked to that ghost that you told me not to talk to, and now he wants me to go to the mouth of the panther. What is that?
Sure, I know what that is. Any sailor worth his weight in sea salt could tell you. The mouth of the panther is what they call the delta where the Panther River meets Nibbin Bay.
Oh.
It got its name from the pointed rocks that jut out of the water there. Sort of look like teeth. Mouth, panther, teeth, get it?
Sort of.
Ships are always careful to stay away from it, especially when it's foggy on the bay. The rocks would tear right through a ship's hull like parchment.
Oh, man. So basically it's like the, where Sokka and Katara have to go for his, like, becoming a man trial, where he has to learn how to navigate his boat through the rocks. So it's basically where no boat dares to go because you're going to destroy your boat and probably capsize.
Be glad to. Here, let me have your map, and I'll mark the spot for you.
Luckily, I don't have a boat, but I can breathe underwater, so I'm not scared of any rocks. We'll probably just end up swimming underneath, see if we can find him.
Take care.
If I had to guess, he probably capsized his ship, and it's probably sunk under there. He's definitely looking for something from his ship that crashed. Gotta be. Now look at this. They put the same horse right here. The horse that... Okay, so for anyone who doesn't know, if you're thinking about stealing a horse and you're in the Mages Guild, if you get on this horse, they kick you out of the guild. It doesn't matter if you have the Grey Fox helm on. It's some kind of, like, bug or something. So never steal this horse when you're in Breville. It's always on the bridge. It's always here. It belongs to some mage. I never see him, but his horse is always here. So basically, it's a trap. Don't fall for it. Just push the horse aside and keep walking.
Come on.
Okay, now come on. I know that gate's got to be brand new. That gate wasn't there before. Gilgondorin said that the mouth of the panther is a reference to a nautical term for the Panther River and the delta where it meets the Nibbin Bay. Sailors because of the pointed rock formations jutting from the water that resemble teeth. Locations on the map. I should make my way over there. Alright, so let's leave from Morum. We can walk down the road and get there. Oh, there's an ogre. Nice. We need to get this guy for a trophy. Alright, he didn't like that. Hold that position. So, funny story, they actually added the noise that the pigs make in this game for the ogres. Like, you'll hear them when they grunt, they kind of sound like pigs. Trying to freeze him in a position where it'll be better for him to become a trophy. He's doing a lot of damage, actually. This guy does not want to be a trophy, not today. Oh god, there's a will-o-wisp too. Alright, let's get this guy. Alright, there we go. We got the teeth we need. Now I can turn him into a trophy. So I wonder if I have to wait till nighttime to figure out what he wants, or if I can just kind of look at it now. I'm assuming it's some kind of item. Is that will-o-wisp still on me? Goes over this way. I saw it when I was picking flowers. Okay, I think it's gone. Alright, so here's the lake. I think I have to follow the road a bit to get to the area. It's like right on the edge of the river. Oh, this is nice. I didn't know you could look for pearls and clams. Might be a good way to make money if you're like by the ocean. Oh, I knew it. Look, there's a ship that's moored in the water. So he's like looking for his ship. Okay, there's the teeth. Oh my gosh, check this ship out. There's some Nirnroot here. I've arrived at the mouth of the Panther. Beyond the tooth-like rocks is the remains of a small cargo ship named the MMA that looks like it sank a long time ago. I should investigate the wreck. Don't have to tell me twice. How do I get into this thing? I think I can jump up here from the rocks. Get out of here, mud crab. Alright, I can't get into that door. Can't get in there. There's the ship. How do I get under the floorboards? Is there like a secret hole? There we go. Oh god. There's a man with a sword. Oh, you don't want none of this. Okay, apparently he wants some of this. I know you're weaker in the daytime, so I don't know why you're trying to fight me right now. Oh wow, I was able to paralyze a ghost? I didn't know I could do that. Still immune to frost though, which is kind of annoying. Oh, I missed. Gotta hit him right in the head. There we go. In the wreck of the MMA, a spirit attacked me. The vessel seems completely infested with them. I suspect them to be the remains of the MMA's crew. Why this happened to them puzzles me. I should press forward and investigate. Give me this sword. So if I had to guess, I would say he was the lookout, and he was supposed to tell the ship when he saw rocks, but because he was so bad at his job, they crashed into the rocks, and now they're pissed off at him. So he keeps, like, walking back and trying to be a lookout. If I had to guess. Also, it's really dark in here. I need to fix that. Give me the old night eye. Okay, there we go. Much better. Captain's cabin. Hello? Is there any ghosts in here? Log of the MMA. I've discovered the logbook of the MMA. It appears that at some point there was a mutiny and the ship was diverted from its course. 2 men tried to stop the mutiny but were imprisoned below decks. Seeking shelter from a bad storm, the ship pulled into what looked like a safe cove. That was the last entry. I feared that they didn't see the rocks of the mouth of the Panther and ran aground. I should continue to investigate. Okay, well, we're going to take this, just in case we need to look at it later. I hear a ghost, like, breathing. Get out of here, ghost. I don't really want to fight him down here because I have nowhere to go, but I think I can kill him before he can get me. We're getting tons of marksman level ups. I'm gonna hit 100 in a set. Once I get to 100, they're not gonna be able to stop me. Oh, I missed. I'm trying to get him in his eyeball. There we go. That's the shot I... Oh man, 35 charge. I know I need to go to the captain's quarters, but I kind of want to look around here a little bit more. What is this? Trapdoor to the MMA mid-deck. Let's check the captain's quarters first before I go down below. Oh shit. That's a bigum. That's a bigum ghost. I have no room. Wonder if he'll follow me. Ah, get out of here. Oh yeah, he'll follow me. Do ghosts have any kind of, like, weakness? I know they're immune to frost. Are they weak to, like, fire? Because every time it says frost effect resisted. Alright, let's see. What's in this captain's quarters? Just some potions. Alright, so I guess it wants us to go to the, down to the bottom. Oh my god. Is he not gonna come up here? Do I have to fight him in the basement? You never want to fight a ghost in the basement. I don't think he can hit me. He can kind of hit me, but not all the way. I'm kind of like behind a box. I mean, he's dealing a lot of damage, but I think I can go up the ladder. Oh no, now he follows me. Uh-oh. I'm out of arrows. I think silver does really good against Ghost, right? Silver arrows, that's what we'll use. Oh yeah, silver really does a lot of work on these guys. If you ever have to kill Ghost, bring fire and silver arrows. Make quick work of them. I think I want to take a mana potion, actually. You made a bunch of the good ones, so... one of those. So there was some kind of mutiny. They tried to turn the ship to basically get it safe, but they ended up turning on the path where the rocks were and basically destroyed the ship. It's like... oh yeah, these silver arrows are the best. Back up, Ghost. Back up. Back up. I hate fighting in, like, small quarters where you can't really move. Thank you. Lower deck. Okay. How many decks are in this boat? Are we at the bottom? We gotta be at the bottom. Yeah, there's water on the floor here, so I don't think the ship goes any lower. Guy is just like ominously moving slowly towards me. I don't want what you're selling. Oh god, and now I'm super burdened because she touched me. Oh, it says traitor. Traitor Ghost? So this is the guy who started the mutiny? He was in the basement? Let's see. Small key. Oh yeah, I forgot that I got that book. I should read through that. I found a key in the remains of Gable, the traitor named in the MMA log. I should search the MMA for the lock to match. Okay, let's take a look at the book. Figure out what he betrayed his crewmates for. We also have to go back to the Mage's Tower and decide if I want to make a necklace that gives me plus 50 magicka, or if I want to put it on a weapon. We have to use our sigil stone, basically. Logbook. Where is it? Also, what do we need for the wine? I can make the following wines for you in about 24 hours, provided I have the necessary ingredients. Cross Stew Blanc, Colovian Battle Cry, now that sounds sexy. Giuliano's Fire Belly, that's what I would get messed up on. Numbskin Mead, that's like, you know, when you want to be drunk out of your ass. Stumblefoot's Reserve, I love that name. Argonian Bloodwine, also a favorite. Sparkling Honeydew, that's like fancy shit with bubbles in it. It's like champagne. A little bit mimosa in there. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go to the what is it, the jewelry store in the Imperial City and just buy like a super pretty necklace, one that like goes over my armor, and like enchant that. But like absorbing magic from stuff sounds really good too, so I'm kind of conflicted. Where was it? It was a book, wasn't it? Log of the MMA, that's what we need. Oh, Honora. Why does that name not sound familiar? Who's Honora? Trying to think. I've killed a lot of people. Alright, let's see. After taking aboard a few more crates in Leowin, Captain Lowton pointed the May north towards the Imperial City. We pleaded with him to wait until the next morning, but he insisted on continuing despite the look of the sky. Let it be known that this decision was his. Oh, yeah. I did take them out, didn't I? I forgot about that. Is she part of the Thieves Guild, like the questline? Because if that's the case, then definitely. He insisted on continuing despite the look of the sky. Alright, so there was a storm. It wasn't long before the May hit the storm. It was just as we suspected, far too dangerous to sail through. The last bit of daylight disappearing, Navigator Quillian spotted an inlet off the starboard bow. The captain ordered the wheelmen to steer towards the inlet in the hopes of getting the May out of Niven Bay. It was at that moment Gable gave me the signal and we struck. He'd always had an eye for the captain's position, and with the chaos going on, this was a better time than any. Only that idiot Blakely was still loyal to the captain, but the rest of us wanted the May. The fight lasted maybe a minute or two. Blakely and Lawton knew that fighting was futile. We tossed them down below, and now Captain Gable has set the May off or on course for the inlet. Hopefully we can get here secured for a while, and then... And then what? He just stopped writing, and then what? And then they died, and then they crashed? Probably. Maybe I haven't done that quest yet. We'll have to see. But it looks like right after the mutiny is when they crashed. So now we have to figure out what this little key goes to. Oh, here we go. Oh my lord. I found a skeleton chained to the wall in the lowest deck of the MMA. I believe these to be the remains of Grantham Blakely. I should use the key I found to unlock his shackles. So is that the ghost who's walking, the captain who was betrayed? And he keeps trying to get back to his ship? My god, they just left him down here to die. He probably drowned to death when the water came. Oof.
I knew one day someone with unyielding virtue would heed my words and speed my release. You risk much to perform such a selfless act. This noble deed will not go unrewarded. Look upon the ground in this prison. There you will find a map to my gratitude.
To his gratitude.
I thank you with all my heart. Farewell.
So we just, like, set the captain free? Is he just gonna peace out? Yeah, he just peaced out. So what did he say? I have to find a map to his gratitude? The ghost of Grantham Blakely appeared after I unlocked the shackles. He thanked me for freeing him and said to take the map concealed somewhere in this room. I think the map leads to an old man's treasure. I should take the map and leave. Okay, where's the map? Oh, there we go. Ooh! Okay, guys, everybody take a picture. There's no way in hell I'm going to remember this. Alright, so... River Curve. I know where this is on the map. This is the pointy part, so this is where the ship is. Walk this way. In between two mountains? Or two hills? Across the river. Okay. I think I know where that is. I now have Grantham's map in my possession. With it, I should be able to find his treasure. Hell yeah. I'm all about pirate booty. Well, that's pretty messed up, man. So he was just chained downstairs and basically drowned to death as they crashed his ships into the rocks? What a way to die. I'd come back as a pissed off ghost too. I'd haunt them. How the hell do I get out of the ship? That's the real question. This way? Yeah, this way. Oh, I keep getting stuck. Alright, I guess I picked up too much crap. We're gonna have to sell a bunch of stuff, too. Keep getting over-encumbered. How do I keep... Okay, hang on. I keep ending up where the skeleton is tied in the basement. Alright. If I came this way... And then I went up to the upper deck, and then I went in through a hole in the wall, which was this. There we go. All better. So, I don't know if you guys have played Dragon Quest at all, like Dragon Quest VIII, but there's this wonderful scene where you find this old sunken pirate ship, and it's in the middle of the desert, and the desert never used to be a desert, it used to be an ocean, and there's this whole scene to like bring it back to the sea. And it just makes me remember that, and I just like want to ride this ship around town now. Like, I have a castle, I need to have a ship now. So I'm ready for that quest if that's in this game to get a ship. Alright, so they do map, so it is, I know this bend, I knew this on the map, so it's in between the two hills it looks like. I say we try to get there and then pick it up, and then we'll head to the store and get rid of my, all this crap I'm carrying around that's making me over-encumbered. Do I really? I thought this was the only quest I had that had to do with pirates. There's another one? I'm gonna have to look at it now. I know I'm running behind because I already, I pissed off the Countess. She sent me a letter like 6 months ago, so it wouldn't surprise me if there's like a bonus quest about pirates. Mm-hmm. Exactly. I want a new faction. The faction is pirates. There's a whole quest. What the fuck? What? Dude? I was talking about pirates. But I want a whole faction that's just like you being a pirate. You get your own ship. You like do a whole quest line to upgrade it. You end up become like, you know, Captain Jack Sparrow. Like put Calypso in there. Put some Davy Jones. I would love that. Chris, do you have any idea why this guy keeps glowing white when I shoot him with arrows? Is that, like, elemental resistance or something? Keeps glowing white. Oh, a shield spell. Okay. What are these things? You said they're in Morrowind? God, they're like freaking alien things. They scare the shit out of me. They're like crab people. Ugh. With some nasty-ass teeth. A Dre. Or a Drew? How do you pronounce this? Dre? Drewax? Drewwax? I think it's Dre, right? Ugh. Dreg. Okay. Ugh. I don't like them. They're too much, they look like crab people to me. Treasure, where's the treasure? Grantham's map has led me to a treasure chest concealed among some rocks. This must be where Grantham hid his belongings while he was at sea. He has passed this on to me now, and as a reward for helping him free his spirit. Basically, if you ever come across something you can't pronounce in the game, unless an NPC tells you how to pronounce it, I always have fun, like, saying how I would say it. But it's funny, like, I'll name something or say someone's name, and then an NPC will say the actual pronunciation, and I'm, like, nowhere near close to what it is. Like, it always cracks me up. But basically, imagine waking up in the morning and you have to fight those things. No way in hell. No thanks. Alright, so a basic-ass ring, a basic-ass amulet, some basic-ass rings again, a petty soul gem, 60 gold, pearls, topaz, silver, and a long sword of frost. Okay, I mean, it's not the worst haul I've ever gotten, but it's certainly not extraordinary. But I definitely like the lore of this quest, for sure. And I'm glad that he's like... Wait a minute, why am I still over-encumbered? Oh, I must have picked up too much stuff. Give me buoyancy before I drown, please. There we go. Dragon drug. Like, so is it kind of similar to like Draugr, like in Skyrim, how they call them Draugr or like it looks like Dregger, but it's like Draugr. Seems like it's like they mashed the middle part of the word together. A Billy. Every time I hear Billy, I think of like Hillbilly. It sounds like too cute for what these things look like. Alright, let's see. So that finished this quest, right? Okay, good. So that did that. Alright, let's go sell everything. I'm sick of being over-encumbered. So let's head to the town where we need to talk to the Countess. And we'll do two things at once. Head up to Bruma. The snowy Nord village that doesn't have nearly enough stores. What else? I gotta be close to 100 alteration. I can't be that far off. What am I at? 84. Damn it, I'm so close. Oh, Wood Elf Hillbilly? Do you just like go around the river shooting people with your bow and arrow and singing on your banjo? You know what? The new card for the Dungeon and Dragon set for Magic the Gathering is actually a bard elf sitting in the forest with she has like a guitar and she's just playing this song and all the animals are coming up to her and she's just like vibing in the forest, and I'm like, that's why I always like bards. Like, give me a bard class. I will play a bard every time it's available to me in any game. I just love being a bard. I used to be a bard in Final Fantasy. It was so fun. I need my other feather spell. It's been so long since I've had to use it. Where is it? Fear, weakness. Flare, fortify, ease burden. I have sworn to carry your burdens. There we go.
Hi.
Hello. What time is it? Oh, it's 9. Alright, we're gonna have to get a hotel room. Gonna have to sleep in these nasty flea-infested hay beds. What the? Who's throwing shit? Is it you?
Hello.
Alright, where's the innkeeper? Oh, that's right. This is where Alvel was killed.
I'm really tired.
Hey, Ongar.
Can we get on with this?
Long time no see. I got some stuff for you. Oh, you won't do it unless you're at your house, right?
Go ahead, please.
Are you the innkeeper? No, you're not the innkeeper.
Goodbye.
Are you the innkeeper?
What can I do for you today?
I need a bed.
I've got a room, and a cheap one at that. You're looking for one?
How cheap we talking?
Right then. Head up the stairs. It's the first door on your right. Remember, I didn't say it was clean. I said it was cheap.
Ugh. Oh, well, it's 10 gold. Alright, here we go. Staying at a Nord bed that's probably been, you know...
Good journey to you.
God knows what happened in it. Win in a Nord town, sleep in a Nord bed. As they say.
I've heard Edlin Darkheart was once an assassin.
Guide to Bruma,
I
a
don't know
pistol,
about her past. All
and a
I
bed,
know is that
and a
she's
carpet.
really good with a bow.
I mean, it's not too bad. It's a little too close to the stairs for my liking, but I don't hate it. I guess it'll work in a pinch, right?
Go.
I've had to sleep in some pretty shitty beds in my time. Yeah, I was gonna say, I've had to sleep in worse beds than that. Oh, is that to burn all the bacteria out? Oh, shit. Alright, and I need blood. Okay.
Hello.
Hello. Your bed wasn't that bad. I'm gonna leave you a 5 stars, well, I won't give you 5. I'll give you a 4-star review on Yelp.
Ah!
Burning to death, running into... I need to talk to Ongar. Run, 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 run. I think a lightning spell would work really good too. You could shock the bugs out of your bed, but then it would have a terrible smell. You'd have to let it like air out and use some air freshener for breeze, light a couple candles, maybe an incantation to like make an artificial breeze. Definitely gonna need airflow once you cook the sheets. Unger doesn't mind if I feed on him. We're bros.
I'm really tired. Can we get on with this?
All right, let's sell.
Yeah, my favorite customer. What do you got?
He's so convenient. And, like, the fact that he lets you feed on him before you sell him all your stuff, like, you can't ask for a better guy. 100 lockpicks, too. Remember back in the day when I had to use lockpicks 1,000 years ago? This guy used to be the hookup. Alright, what do I want? I gotta get rid of this.
I think
the longsword. Yeah, I picked up a lot of elven longswords off those ghosts. They weigh a ton. No wonder I'm so over-encumbered.
A fine.
I'm just trying to get my money back up now that I've spent it all on the castle. Whatever am I gonna do with my 270k? It just doesn't seem like enough, does it?
You drive a hard bargain.
Alright, get rid of these steel arrows. These are basic.
I think I can move this item for you at that price.
Iron arrows. These are also basic. I only shoot the finest arrows in the land. Ebony, Elven, Glass, Daedric. Oh, my crown's broke, god damn it. Oh, and my cuirass is broke. How are they breaking my stuff so easily when I have it at 125 durability? That's so rude.
Well, that seems you
get rid of all this ebony stuff. Okay, that seems okay. Minotaur horns, we already got that. We can sell these. I have to keep the teeth for a trophy. I have to put some of these keys away too.
That's more than I'd usually pay.
Get rid of all the stones.
A good price for a good customer.
Get rid of the silver. So the cool thing in Skyrim is you just keep all of the ore that you collect, like you can go to the mine and then you turn it into bars like ingots and then you sell it and you make a ton of money. Like I miss doing that. Hey medium. How are you? How's it going? Good to see ya. We basically just wrapped up the quest for the Forlorn Watchman, the ghost guy who was a sailor and got betrayed by his own crew. We found his secret treasure chest in the river, so I'm just selling it all to Angar, because it was basically crap, but it was nice to set his soul free. Hey, Shasta. Oh, your interview went well? I was just going to ask you about that. How'd it go? Are they going to let you know in a day, or do you have to wait a week? Some places are really they make you wait a week, which is terrible. I hope they let you know really quick. I was talking to someone else who also just had an interview, so I'm glad to hear that places are starting to open up interviews again. That's always exciting. So did you feel like you killed it? I always like when you walk out of the interview and you just feel super excited because you answered all their questions and you were prepared and just everything goes well. Those are the best interviews.
I'm glad that's done. I need a nap.
Oh my goodness. Usually they have to what? They have to do the interview, talk to HR, talk to whoever the head of the department is. Everybody in the interview has to approve. Then if they have a list of candidates, they have to go through all of them, and then they do a callback or an offer usually. Well, that's good. If you ever go to a job interview and you kind of have that feeling in your gut, I don't know, I kind of feel icky or something doesn't feel quite right. That's your body telling you that maybe you don't need to work here. There's a couple places I've interviewed for and I walked out of the door and I was I'm never coming back here. That was the worst interview I've ever had. These people are creepy. Oh, well that's nice. Yeah, you definitely want to be the only candidate. That narrows it down. Oh, that's great. So that means you should be a shoo-in then, for sure. It's always good when you know someone on the inside. Of all the jobs I've worked, most of them have been because I Was an intern. I knew someone on the inside, and then they went ahead and referred me and basically kept me on after I did my little intern period. So it definitely helps to know someone to open the door for you. Oh, that's good, Katsuki, though. 10 years is a long time. You don't work anywhere for doing something. Oh, exactly. I hope so, too. Because, you know, I've worked where you, like, work somewhere for, like, you know, maybe a year, 6 months, 2 years, maybe. But it is nice to find some place more long-term so you can kind of settle in. Oh, that's awesome. I'm so glad to hear that. I was telling him earlier in the video when we first started streaming Medium about the article about the deep ones. Like how interesting I thought it all was. Like I'm the type of person that when I find like a little secret hidden Easter egg in any game, I just want to learn more, and I like scour the internet to try to find as much lore as I can. And then they're like, we did an interview with the guy who was in charge of the quest, and after 15 years we sat down for an exclusive interview, and he told us what really happened with this quest. And I'm like, I'm here for it. I want to know more. Just tell me all your secrets.
Shadow hide you.
Like, I always find it funny when like artists, they like they'll like paint a picture, and then everyone will come to an art show and they'll be like, wow, you can tell that the artist was like depressed, or the artist was going through a breakup, or this is a painting that has to do with their ex-boyfriend or their ex-girlfriend or their dead mother. And then the artist comes out and they're like, I just really like the color red, and I saw this flower in the shop and it inspired me to do this painting. And everyone's like,
well met.
Oh, Gus, I guess I'm wrong. Hang on 1 second. There we go. Twitch is kind of acting up a little bit. I want to make sure it's okay. Just give me 1 second. There we go. Having a little
Hello.
A little blip there.
You got a real bounce to your step.
Yeah, I think it's Twitch. I was just watching it. It happened when we were in the when we were selling our stuff to Ongar. It looks like it's stabilized now, but I'm watching it.
Awful creatures.
Yeah, it's so annoying because like Twitch won't tell you when it does updates or like things behind the scenes, but sometimes their servers just skip, or like you'll see it come across and there's not much you can do. You just kind of have to wait. All right, there we go. It looks like it's caught back up. So we originally came to, I always forget the name of this town, Bruma, because I found an old quest that I had from probably like, you know, God, level 5. Basically, the Countess wanted to do a mission for us, so she sent a guy to pay me. I think it was only like 50 gold or something like that.
How do you do?
But okay, can you guys stop talking to me? Everywhere I go, a goddamn Nord is talking. She sent a letter and 50 gold, and she said, please come to my castle, I have a quest for you. And I completely forgot about it. She didn't give me enough money, obviously. And now I want to make sure that I go and see what she wants to say, because I completely blew her off, so I kind of feel bad. Yeah, I know. I've been feeling the same way. I'm just like, what's going on, Twitch? Get it together. But I hope it's fixed now. Alright, who's this?
How are you?
Is this...
Hello there.
No, that can't be the Count. Oh, really? I love Easter eggs. I love any eggs in general, but Easter eggs especially. So does anyone know if this guy is Talos? Because isn't Talos a Nord, and that's the whole reason why the Stormcloaks are like pissed off at the elves, because they say that Talos isn't a real god? I have to assume this is a statue, right? I'm trying to compare it to the statue in Whiterun in Skyrim to see if it's the same. It's gotta be. It's gotta be. I just wish they put like a sign where I could click on it and it's like, yep, this is Talos. Alright, let's go see what she wants. I think it's... What is the quest called? It's like Untimely Duty or something. Elector, Thief's Guild, Lifting the Veil. Oh, this one, Lifting the Veil. I've met a Norb named Tolgan. Apparently he's the herald of Countess Narina Carvin from here in Bruma. He presented me with a stipend of gold and a request from Lady Carvin to meet her at the castle. Not wanting to offend the Countess, I should accept the request and make my way there when she holds court. And I didn't even know that I had this quest. I must say, he just approached me out of the blue and I forgot about it, so I want to see what she has to say.
Well met, my lord.
And you as well, Sirrah.
Good day to you.
What's up? What's up, Countess? You don't need no man. I hear you got a mission for me.
I've heard much about your deeds from my people in Bruma. I trust the stipend Tolgan gave you whetted your appetite.
It was way too small. You're gonna need to, like, times 10 for me to be interested. The Fighters Guild pays me 600 gold standard, plus bonuses, so you better open up the coffers if you want the best orc in town.
Good point. Allow me to formally introduce myself. I'm Countess Narina Carvin. I assume you've noticed all the Akaviri relics I'm displaying.
Oh yeah, you've got a hard-on for the
well,
blades.
It's safe to say
I
I'm
remember
a collector of sorts. I've invested a great deal of time and money acquiring these bits of ancient history. In fact, I'd be so bold as to proclaim my collection the most complete in all Cyrodiil, perhaps even beyond. Except for one thing.
You're missing a sword?
A particular relic has eluded me for many years. Possessing this piece of Akaviri antiquity would make my collection complete.
Alright, where's it at?
I'm of course referring to the Draconian Madstone.
The what? The Draconian Madstone? Why in the hell would you ever want something called the Madstone? I thought you wanted, like, a sword or something. I was gonna go up to Cloud Ruler Temple and get you, like, a katana.
The stone is a fine bit of Akaviri craftsmanship. Worn like an amulet, this talisman is said to protect the wearer from poisons of any type.
Seems nice.
The Madstone appears as a snake, coiled around and encircling itself. The eyes of the snake are supposed to be precious gems or some such. Through my sources, I've learned that the last reported location of the Madstone was the ruins at Pale Pass.
Okay. Where's Pale Pass?
Are you familiar with the history of Pale Pass?
Not at all. No, and I don't care. Stop talking to me, lady.
Back at the end of the First Era, raiders from the continent of Akavir attempted to gain a foothold here in Tamriel.
So they came from Japan?
At that time, the Empire was broken into smaller factions. Raymond Cyrodiil decided to unify them and form an army to repel the Akaviri raiders.
Oh my god.
The force became known as the Army of Raymond. The two armies clashed in what's now northern Cyrodiil. The Akaviri were strong and well supplied. But their greatest error was marching through Morrowind on the way to their objective and dismissing the response it would garner from Vivek.
Yeah, don't march through Morrowind. They didn't
count on Lord Vivek forming an alliance with the Trident Kings of the Dreg.
The Dreg?
From Morrowind, he
That's
stuck
what they're
up
called,
their rear
Dreg.
flank.
She finally said
Not only
it.
did this make the Akaviri fight on two fronts, it also cut off access to reinforcements and supplies from the sea.
Wow. So the Alliance ended the conflict. Wait, who was the Roman Empire? History lessons are boring. Wow. The dialogue choices in Oblivion are amazing. You either ask sincerely, ask another question, or completely go in the opposite direction and say, stop talking, I'm bored. Raymond Cyrodiil, Alliance ended the conflict. Yeah, tell me about this Raymond guy. Was he the guy who unified the Imperials?
You must be joking, right? Who hasn't heard of the greatest known hero of the First Age?
Lady, I'm an orc. I don't know
Raymond
Imperial
Cyrodiil
history.
Not only was the conqueror of the Akaviri forces, but he actually convinced them to help build the Empire as it is today.
Okay, so he's the guy responsible for the
With
Imperial
such an
City.
empire at his disposal, he conquered most of Tamriel, except Morrowind, of course, and was crowned emperor. In fact, he instituted the rites of becoming an emperor, which included the construction of the Amulet of Kings.
Oh, wow.
His alliance with Lord Vivek during the Akaviri invasion is just one example of his cunning and ingenuity.
So does anyone know, anyone who's played Morrowind, So why is Morrowind, like, unconquerable? Is it because it's in a swamp? Is it because of the red volcano? Is it because the Dark Elves were like, hell no, we'll kill you if you come into our lands? So what is the reason why Morrowind wasn't conquered? Did the Imperials not want it because they didn't think it was valuable? Because every book I've read, they always talk about how Morrowind has never been captured. It's never been conquered. It's never been invaded. It's never been anything other than, like, self-run, self-owned, like the old families of Morrowind. I just wonder what magical force they have that makes them not conquerable. It's got to be the volcano, right? Is it the Red Mountain? Basically, nobody wants to invade because the mountain's going to explode and kill them all. And also, I didn't know that the Akaviri have their own continent, and they invaded. Very cool.
Not quite. The army of Raymond knew that the organized Akaviri forces were commanded from a hidden post in the mountains.
Okay.
Rumors placed it in a snowy vale called Pale Pass. That's where Raymond focused his attention.
Yeah, isn't
As
that
his
weird?
forces
It was
fought
never
their way
conquered.
across the Gerald Mountains, the Akaviri suddenly surrendered. It was assumed they were overwhelmed and gave up.
Probably.
The only strange part was that the command post and Pale Pass were never found. It was dismissed as a rumor, and the army of Raymond celebrated. It's come to my attention that the post did exist, and it happens to be the last reported location of the Draconian Madstone.
So she basically wants a necklace that makes her immune to poison, right? It's just... it's too buggy to be conquered. No, nobody can conquer Morrowind. No one can beat the bugs, the old bugs and the new. The red bugs and the blue bugs. Oh, that's hilarious. That made me laugh. I just was wondering if, like, when you play Morrowind, do they ever elaborate on, like, why they've never been conquered? Like, what magic? Like, do they have a big army? Do they have some kind of magic? Is it because of the landscape? Is it because it's so inhospitable, nobody wants it, you know? Is it just like, you know? These are the kind of questions that I'm thinking about, like, as I play through the games. Alright, well, I'm gonna go and get this Madstone, because I'm totally interested. So this is left over from, basically an invasion force.
If you retrieve the Draconian Madstone for me, I'll be happy to compensate you by rewarding you with another Akaviri artifact. Are you game?
Okay, if you give me a nice katana, I'll definitely do it.
I had a feeling you'd accept. Good. Then let me tell you how you're going to find the Madstone. I've come into the possession of a diary, written by an Akaviri messenger.
Oh, I stole it, actually.
I suspect that the text within can lead you to the ruins.
Yeah, I stole your book, lady.
Here's a translation of the passages we could still read. It was quite damaged. I've also included a rough map that was drawn in the diary as well.
It was written in
I'm
Japanese.
also providing you with a unique key that was supposedly found with the diary. I'm assuming it'll prove useful when you arrive at the site.
Okay. Like, I stole the book, and I think it was you. It was either you, Medium, or Chris. Somebody was like, Countess Narina has a super fascination with the Akaviri, and the Akaviri are based on Japanese culture and lore, and the book was written like Japanese, how Japanese don't write from left to right. It's the other way. So we already picked up that it was Japanese. I can't remember who it was, but someone was like, yeah, you're right, that, you know, she likes the blades, and they're based on Japanese lore, so the book is written in, like, Japanese. Which is very cool. Like, she definitely watches Naruto. She's a big fan.
I paid several scouts to try and find the ruins at Pale Pass before I hired you. They were only able to locate the first of a series of landmarks. These landmarks are mentioned within the diary. The one referred to as Dragonclaw Rock has been located. I'll mark it on your map. The rest is up to you. My scouts reported bitter cold and dangerous creatures in the area, so they couldn't proceed.
When
Be
has that ever
cautious
stopped me?
and return home soon. Good luck.
It sounds like a bitch move. Oh, I'm sorry. I went to the cave, but there was creatures there, so I couldn't do the mission. It sounds like the wood elf that used to work for the Fighters Guild that betrayed us. Like, that is not something an orc would ever say. That, oh, the creatures stopped me from doing the quest. Like, that is not an orc thing to say. Alright. Well, it's saying I can still get more information about the diary. Does that mean I have to, like, butter her up?
Yes?
She's only at 58. I can go higher.
Is that so?
Maybe I'll get more money out of it.
What? Get away from me. What a great story. Ugh. What a wonderful... Not... You're wasting your breath. Please,
78. That's pretty good.
You should... Really now, you're
83.
such a chap. You're... What? Please, I'm
87.
embarrassed.
Very
Thank
nice.
The messenger's diary will make a nice companion to the Madstone in my collection.
So she's trading an artifact to get an artifact to then have an artifact to wear an artifact. It's very, like, interesting. So she must have it's like trading Yu-Gi-Oh! Or Pokemon cards. She must have 2 Dark Magicians, but she wants an Exodia. So she's willing to give me one of her Dark Magicians to get this other thing that she doesn't have. Interesting. But it's also weird, like, why does she want a necklace that prevents poisoning? Does she think she's going to get poisoned? Does she think, like, she's going to get poisoned like Joffrey, so she needs to wear a necklace that makes sure she can't be poisoned?
The Madstone awaits, and so does your reward if you retrieve it.
Okay. I'm with you, lady. I like you. I like that you're not married and you don't need no man to run the castle. I love that. So I'm going to help you.
May the path ahead be free of danger.
So if you've noticed, she has these 2 display cases behind her, and you'll also notice that they're empty. And I'm not saying that I stole those things, but I'm also not saying that. So they may also be in my house in a chest somewhere. Exactly,
Welcome
medium.
back, my lord.
Like, you don't need no man when you've got all these artifacts. I'm just going to call this guy Talos. It's got to be Talos. In my mind, this is Talos. I don't care if it's Akatosh. I don't care if it's the father. I don't care if it's whoever. That looks like Talos to me. Oh my god. Yeah, she does have a fascination with snake-shaped objects, doesn't she? I borrowed them in hopes of translating them to give it back to her to help her get this artifact. Allegedly. I was borrowing it for very important research at the Mages College, so I just, I didn't take anything. I was just borrowing it. Countess Carvane has told me that her scouts have already located the first landmark mentioned in the diary, Dragonclaw Rock. It has been marked on my map, so I should begin the journey from here. People were like, oh, your game's bugged, she's supposed to have artifacts in those in the display cases. And I was like, listen guys, it's not a bug. And then they're like, what do you mean it's not a bug? And I was like, it may at one time have had items in it, but it no longer has them. It's like, I may have liberated them. Because I'm also a fan of Akaviri lore. I got, we already have a pair of teeth, so she's making us a mountain lion, we got a minotaur trophy, and now I need to take these guys' teeth back and we'll have an ogre. So I'm excited. We're going to fill up the whole castle. We really need to go back into Oblivion because I need a clan fear. I need his claw. Do I actually have any poison? I wonder if I do. I don't think I made any. Do I have any ogre killer potion? I just have mana drain potion, silence potion. Oh, here we go. Damage shelf. That's what I want. I've arrived at Dragonclaw Rock. I should consult the messenger's diary to learn the way to the next landmark. Okay. Yeah, I need to make some more poisons. I was running out of arrows, but I looted a bunch, so we should be okay on arrows for a little bit. I think ogres are resistant to poison. It doesn't seem like it's doing much damage to him, honestly. But But I have to make sure not to hit him in the face because I need to get perfect teeth. So I'm gonna aim for his legs. There we go. Give me your teeth. What is this? Oh, just a mushroom. Alright, so we need to consult the diary. Okay, so if this is like a puzzle or like a riddle challenge, I'm definitely gonna need help because that is like, I am the worst at riddle challenges in games. Like, I'm like, what does it mean? What are you talking about? What do you mean the chicken crows 3 times on top of the hill? What does any of this mean? I'm like, I have no idea what they're talking about. Messenger's diary. Messenger's diary. Where's that? There's the diary translation. I guess we should look at this first, right? I do know sanguine. But that's the only riddle I know, is what's the color of night. I do know that one. Day 3. It is with a heavy heart and a trembling hand that I pen this latest entry. It has been several days since I have been anywhere, or I have seen anyone else on the road from our garrison at Grey Ridge. The road is lonely and treacherous. I am rationing my supplies to prepare for a tough path ahead. As long as Raymond Cyrodiil's army hasn't located our headquarters at Pale Pass. Where's that? Pale Pass. The journey should be fairly uneventful. I admit I am nervous. It is an honor to be selected to carry these orders to our fort, but sending me alone is a calculated risk. While it is not my own life I am worried about, it is the importance of the contents of the orders that aggrieves me. If they are somehow lost, the fort will know that their supplies are going to be delayed by a month. Without the knowledge, the fort, the front lines, as their supplies dwindle, they are counting on those supplies to be there sooner. I must not fail. Getting this message there, the slate rock that the orders have been carved upon for safety weighs me down. It is a constant reminder of the more than physical burden that I carry. Day 7. It has been 2 days and I have finally arrived at Dragonclaw Rock. The huge formation is a welcome and invigorating sight. The giant stone appeared to reach down from the north and strike at the heart of Ramus forces, like our armies have been doing for the better part of a year now. I have still encountered no one else on this trail. I hope that as I head due west along the narrow path, that I will find someone who can give me some news as to how our men are faring in the war. After winding my way westward, I have come within the sight of the Sentinel, a huge statue placed there by some unknown artist many years ago. It stands watch pointing north as if daring anyone to cross the borders into the Imperial nation. Ramus would be quite angry if he knew we used these very statues as a waypoint into his domain. Last night I encountered another one of our messengers who had been beset by a pack of mountain wolves. His leg was hurt badly, but I managed to help heal it with a ampule. I love that word, ampule. I can't even say it. Ampule. There we go, I said it that time. Of medicine. So basically like a syringe. I carried with me. He said his name was Silly? Silaj? Silaj. That's a J, right? Silaj. And he was on his way from Pale Pass to request more supplies. I discussed with him the irony of our meeting, and he decided to travel with me back to the fort, since his mission would be needless. We plan to leave at nightfall. I am using much of my remaining strength writing this as we head our way north from the Sentinel. We were attacked by perhaps the same pack of wolves that had attacked Silaj. He had chased them off earlier after being bitten, but now that they have tasted blood, they have returned in greater number. Fighting back to back, Silaj and I slew at least 8 of the beasts, but not before one of them clawed my gut and left a terrible wound. We were able to drive them off, but now I am bleeding badly, and the only medicine I have I gave to Silaj. We have decided to continue north until we reach the portal to the Serpent's Trial and seek cover inside. I will try to write more soon, but I must sleep. I am so very tired. This is the last entry I shall be able to write. We encountered the Serpent's Trial nearly a day ago, seeking shelter from the elements and the wolves. What we did not foresee was the creatures that had decided to make the Serpent's Trail their home. I did not see them clearly, but they were huge and strong. Silly died instantly as one of them cleaved off his head with a single stroke. There was 3 of these huge, ugly men-like creatures, so ogres. I ran as fast as I dared through the dark tunnels, trying to escape, but as I fled, one of them hurled a boulder at me and struck me square. And struck me Shoot, I lost my spot. Oh, here we go. Hurled the boulder at me and struck me square in the back. I managed to crawl through a smaller opening and escape the lumbering monsters, but I soon realized that crawling is all I would be able to do. I think the boulder shattered my spine. I can no longer feel my legs. My wound from the wolf attack has reopened, and I have lost much blood. I fear that this is as far as I shall be able to go. I have failed my mission. I have been unable to get these orders. To the fort at Pale Pass. I am so close, yet it may as well be leagues away since I can no longer walk and my strength is draining. If a fellow messenger of soldiers picks up this diary, please get the orders to the fort before it is too late, and please tell my wife, Vada, that Xfury will always love her. Alright, well that was an exciting read. So the guy who was here last time basically got ambushed by ogres, and they threw a boulder at him and crushed his spine. But I don't know exactly what clue we're supposed to get from this, other than it said to use the sentinels, the statues that mark the way, to like know where to go. That's the only thing that I can kind of glean from that would help us. And I don't think she gave us anything else, did she? Is it a love letter? Interesting. Alright, so I've arrived at the rock. I should consult the diary to learn the way to the next landmark. So he said he followed the sentinels around the rocks. I don't even know like what to look for. We found one ogre so far, so I'm assuming if we see more ogres, we're heading in the right direction, because that's who attacked him. Okay, there's a camp here. The wood elf. Why am I not surprised? See him walk now with arrows in his legs. Bandit bowman. Oh god, there's a whole camp of them here. Do you think the bandits came here looking for the amulet as well? He said he was like, he ran into tunnels, so that makes me think of like, I'm looking for a cave. Cannot go that way, turn back. Okay. Did I hit the end of the map? I did. Dragonclaw Rock. It's gotta be up there. Because, like, here's the ogre, right? So we know that this is, like, where we're supposed to be. But there's no, like, entrance, is there? It seems we need to investigate. I don't know where the door would be. Nothing in that story really told me what was going on, other than he was using the statue. It was him and one other guy. They were being attacked by wolves, and then the ogres ambushed him, threw a boulder at him, crushed his spine, and he died in the tunnels, running away. But how the hell did we get in the tunnels? Is it like a hole, or am I looking for like a statue? Maybe I need to get... let me get on top of the mountain. Maybe we can see more. Shoot, can I not get up there? Alright, this looks like it's about as high as I can go. Just looks like a bunch of trees.
Oh!
Find a landmark and follow it this direction. Okay, so we're looking for, like, something unique that, like, stands out. Okay.
Ha! Oh! Oh!
It's gotta be something to do with these rocks, if I had to guess. There's so many of them. And I know if I get attacked by a bunch of ogres, I'm going in the right direction. Oh, we got a bear. We're gonna get a bear trophy.
Oh!
I just keep being just shy of my touch spells. There we go. Alright, we're gonna have so many trophies once we get back to the castle. I can't wait. We have an ogre, we have a bear, we have a mountain lion, and a minotaur. I think we're just missing 3. And we'll have a full castle full of trophies. Alright, so if anybody notices any landmark while I'm walking around, just let me know. Just trying to get a lay of the land, see if I see anything. Can't go that way, turn back. Okay. A mushroom. Let's see. It was something. It was something to do with the statues, right? I must not fail getting this message there. The slate rock that the orders have been carved upon for safety weighs me down. It is a constant reminder of the more than physical burden I carry. I've arrived at Dragonclaw Rock. The huge formation is a welcome and invigorating sight. The giant stone appears to reach down from the north and strike at the heart of Ramus forces like our armies have been doing. I've still encountered no one else on this trail. I hope that as I head due west along a narrow path. Due west upon a narrow path. Alright. So we need to go to Dragonclaw Rock, find a narrow path, due west. This way? This is due west. So this way? I see like some kind of map marker over here. Maybe this is like how to get into the tunnels. Oh my god, more crab people. I thought they only could get from like the water. They're just chilling in the... Oh yeah, we found it. Serpent's Trail. Okay, this is what we needed. Not to be confused with the Serpent Trail in Avatar. Which is much scarier. Alright. Oh my god, this is totally it. It's got like snakes all up the door. This is where we need to be. I found the 3rd landmark. Oh, this was the 3rd landmark? Did we miss one? The Serpent's Trail, which seems to be an underground passage. I'll need to traverse this passage if I'm to find the ruins. Oh, hell yeah. I can't wait. Got rats down here, though. Alright, so we should run into some ogres down here. Ow. That was a trap. You just took a direct blunt trauma to the head. Oh, that's right. All my armor's broken. Let me repair it real quick. I keep forgetting. There we go. That should be better. Definitely need to get my torch out. Okay, there's our first ogre. Hit him with some poison. I've discovered the body of the messenger who penned the diary I've been carrying. Even though he died over 1,000 years ago, the bones have been well preserved by the frost in the caves. He seems to be clutching something in his bony hand that I should investigate. I think the poison will kill this thing. Yeah, there we go. Oh, so this was in the journal. He said that his orders were carved into a rock, the runes that carve the rock, the heavy burden that he bears. Can I pick it up? Near the body of the messenger, I've discovered a slate tablet with what appears to be Akaviri writing on its surface. These must be the orders the messenger spoke about in the diary. Okay. I broke his arm off when I took those, though. Interesting. I don't think I can read these, can I? Aren't they written in, like, Japanese? There's the Akaviri fort key. Akaviri orders. You cannot equip it. Yeah, I can't read these, I just have them. Okay. What up, Mr. Ogre? And there's just a random-ass mountain lion down here, too. What are those missing? There we go. So how do you lockpick in Morrowind? Is it the same, is it like Fallout and Skyrim and Oblivion, or is it completely different to lockpick in Morrowind? I think that's like the first thing I need to learn. So I'm definitely going to want to lockpick when I play Morrowind. Another ogre over here. Goddamn rat. There's no minigame, you just click on the container with a lockpick equipped, and then it's like a percentage roll. So like you actually have to be like properly skilled to open up like a locked chest. There's no like, I figured out the game so I can pick an expert lock at level 1 like I normally do. Oh, you wield it, so you equip it as a weapon? That seems interesting. I'm so used to just doing the minigame and picking whatever I want from like early levels, so it'll be interesting to have to like earn a lockpick to be able to like open stuff. Oh, that's good. So you won't like try forever until you burst into rage? I don't think this guy sees me. It's too dark down here for him to see me. Yeah, how many times do you get to try with a single lockpick before it breaks? Is it like standard durability, or is it like one and done? Obviously the game doesn't want me to go that way. It's trying to drop rocks on my head. Yeah, that's blocked. Oh god, will-o-wisps. I hate these things. I think they're weak to magic, though. Oh yeah, definitely. Oh wow, 25 per pick seems really good. Are they like super expensive or like hard to buy? Or are they like in all the other games where they're like $1? I always play for like heavy money no matter what I do. I always like to have gold for things when I need it. I hate being broke. Is there a bear down here? There is a bear down here. What the shit? Yeah, you would not want to be in these tunnels, let's be honest. Alright. They're more expensive than later games, but pretty easy to get. Okay, good. I hate when like games punish you for wanting to like stockpile on lockpicks. Like, I just want to have 100 in my pocket at any time. But if the skeleton key is in Morrowind, you know I'm gonna go for it. I think it's like one of the best Daedric artifacts you can get. Probably next to like Azura's Star. Especially because in Skyrim you can corrupt it to take human souls too, which is amazing. Pale Pass, that's where we want to go. I've emerged from the Serpent's Trail and find myself face to face with the legendary Pale Pass. A path winds down into the snowy valley. If I follow it, I should lead me directly to the ruins. Oh, hell yeah. Ready. I ain't scared of no ogres. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Good news, bad news. Uh-oh. What'd you find out, medium? Oh, really? What does it do? Is it just, like, resistant? Resistant to breaking, but not immune? Super high quality pick that makes it easier to unlock things. But it can still break? I would be devastated if I did all that work and got the skeleton key and then it broke, like, you know, after 5 uses or something crazy like that. There's a statue here. Is this what he's talking about? The markers? He said the statue points the right direction? Oh, 50 uses isn't too bad. So basically only use it on like very hard stuff to get open, and don't use it on like basic ass chests, basically. Trying to stay like on the path, but I don't know if I'm going the right way. I don't know. Like, I kind of want to play an orc in Morrowind, but I also think like playing a beast race would be good, and like I could be like a runaway slave, and then like I'm also a big elf fanboy, so like I kind of want to be a high elf, but I could be a dark elf, but everybody in Morrowind is already a dark elf, so it might be better to like try and be a non-standard elf in that game as well. So interesting that they have quality for like items. It's such like a foreign concept from Oblivion to Morrowind to talk about quality of items. Let's get this guy some poison. Did I use it all? Oh no, I got some still. There's a lot of ogres. There we go. I do like the feather tips of the elven arrows. I do think those look cool. And I like how everything's like bird feather related. I think that's like a nice feature. There we go. So this is a secret fort of the blades that was never found. So exciting. You just have to follow the path. Alright, this one has 2 statues, so this would be like the opening or like the archway. This is also kind of like a throwback to Morrowind because there's no quest markers. Like, they're updating in your journal, but you have to read stuff to figure out where to go. I've discovered the crumbled walls of the once mighty Fort Pale Pass. It appears to have been destroyed by a landslide long ago. I should proceed into the ruins and search for the Mad Stone. Hell yeah. Okay, so there's the ruins. Wonder where the opening is. Oh, up here, maybe? We can check to see if there's any wine. What the? Where did that guy come from? That's pretty good, though. At least it's teaching you life skills, right? Like, I still don't know how to, like, read a map, honestly, because by the time I needed to use a map, the GPS was already all over the place. So that's what I'm used to. I thought it was pretty cool that I figured out how to change the default voice for the GPS to British. So every time, instead of saying like "turn left now," he would say "turn left at the motorway," and we just loved it because he just had like this really uppity British voice. I feel like they're gonna start calling me Ogre Hunter. Ugh. Exactly. I think Morrowind, well, so like the first game I played where like I couldn't read was Zelda. And I remember looking at the Deku tree and I was like, this tree has a mustache and he wants me to do something, but I don't know what he wants me to do. And then randomly his mouth would open and I'm like, I guess he wants me to go inside of him, but I don't know why. Like, Zelda was very hard to figure out without reading, so I was basically like, after Zelda, I was like, I need to learn how to read. I need to know what this tree is trying to tell me. Like, I used to bring people into where I was playing and have them read what they were saying because I had no idea, trying to like figure out what it wanted me to do. And they're like, oh, Zach, you're so good at reading. And it was like, yeah, because I play video games and I want to know what everybody's telling me to do. I just read. I just got really good at reading. Shoot, am I out of arrows? I basically am, actually. Alright, let's switch to, let's just switch to Chillren. Chillren with a little torch action. Yeah, there we go. Wait, light the torch, please. Oh, that's right, I have this weird shield equipped. I thought I took the shield off. I guess I didn't. Shield of Truehorn. There we go. But yeah, everyone says like Morrowind you have to read. You're not going to get quest markers. You need to know where all of the maps and landmarks are, or else you're going to get lost and not know where to go. Hey, Artsy. Good to see ya. We are hunting old Japanese relics from the Akaviri, aka the Blades. And we just found their secret fort that was submerged in a landslide and overrun by ogres. Also, I'm looking for shadow wine, because they say you can find it in forts and treasure chests. Where did that ogre go? Did he fall down? I think he did. Oh no, he was over on this side, wasn't he? Ah! Alright, now I fell down. Jump! Alright, at least... Oh, there he is. Just a lone ogre. He wasn't really defending anything. Go past the burnt tree on the left. You're going to see a giant volcano. There's going to be smoke around it. You're going to want to avoid that. You're going to go down to the lake, three clicks that way. You're going to want to sing the song of the merfolk, and then the Zora are going to come and they'll direct you to the next area, and you'll be fine. Oh, goodness. I know I'm going to rage quit like more than once in that game, but I'm still going to love it anyways. Oh, shit. I was just kidding. I didn't know it was that bad. Oh, no. No, 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 no. Are the guards helpful at all? Like, can you ask the guard for directions? Or are they just as bad? Oh, we got skellies down here. Alright, I'm gonna have to switch to a fire weapon, aren't I? Yeah, let's go with my fire staff. Not all quests are going to be like that, but there are some terrible ones. Oh my gosh. The ruins appear to be infested with undead Akaviri. I don't know how long they've been trapped here, but I should proceed with caution. I need to locate the Akaviri commander of the fort, who is said to possess the Draconian Madstone. Well, that, my dear friends, is why we're here. For the Madstone. Get out of here. So I'm basically fighting undead samurai skeletons. Go east until you see a rock that kind of looks like a hand, then turn north and follow until you find a place. You hit the water, you've gone too far. Oh my god, that is just like talking to people. That's how people down south talk when you ask for directions. They're like, go to the tree stump. You'll see an old sign. Look for the rusted car in the driveway. You gotta go 2 miles past that, do a U-turn, and then go to the left. Oh my goodness. Holy crap. Well, now I'm just excited to, like, rage quit and see how bad these directions are. I'm sure I'm gonna get lost. I mean, it works, but, like, if someone's new to your town and you're telling them directions like that, it just can't work out, right? But, like, if you talk to, like, your neighbors or people in town, that probably would be fine for them, because they kind of know what you're talking about, but I've had people, like, try to get me to places where I've never been in town, and I just get batshit lost. And I'm like, I have no idea what they're talking about. This place is so spooky. Look at all the fog in here. I can barely see where I'm going. And there's traps everywhere. Alright, I'm just gonna trigger these. Okay, we got 3 skeletons. They're definitely blades. They definitely have katanas. Shoot. I don't think he can get past the trap, honestly. I think it sticks him. Headshot. Oh yeah, wasn't that the funniest part in school where you had to try to figure out if you were a visual learner, an auditory learner, somebody who draws to remember? Like, that was such a fun part in class.
Oh!
I tested like 120 for auditory listening. I was like over 100 in auditory, where I could like listen to a teacher talk and not write anything, but I could spit back what they were saying. God, they're swarming me. Are any of these good, or are these just standard? No, they're ruined too. No, I don't want a ruined sword. I want a good sword. Oh, okay, so you're like 50-50. See, I'm very bad at writing and remembering. I have to like sit back, look at the teacher, and just be listening to what they say. And then I pick up immediately, like if they say something twice, if they say this is important, if they say this is going to be on the test. And then when I come in and have to spit it back out, I can recall what they said and like work my way back to the answer. But people used to be mad at me because I would never take notes, but I would get like an A on the test. And it was because I would just sit there in the front of the class and listen to what the teacher said. But it's very helpful when you have to do like trivia, or we used to play like extra credit Jeopardy. I used to get all the points. I think that's where I need to go to. So is Vivek City, is that like similar to Rivet City in Fallout 3, Chris? Is it just like a ginormous place that has like multiple floors and it takes you about 15 passes to learn how to get to places? Sometimes I wonder about like city planners in games, and I'm like, what in the world were you thinking about when you designed this place? Because it's not like how I would have designed it at all. Oh my god, that's awesome. You're like, I can help you if you have snacks. I'll trade you for snacks. Khajiit has notes if you have food. Oh my god. It has its own custom fast travel system? What the shit? Oh my god. That just sounds like a nightmare. Do they have cars or horses or anything? You guys were saying you have to walk everywhere? They don't have like taxis or anything? Carriages? Gondolas that will boat you from... Oh my gosh, so you have to take a boat? A city with canals, so it's kind of like Italy? Like gondola canals? Oh my god. So is it like a port town, like off the water? Oh my goodness. Like, I don't mind that. Like, I like taking taxis and stuff like that, but it would be nice if you could get your own boat. Oh, Jesus. Oh my god, I hate that trap. There's like no way to know when it's gonna happen, and it can like kill you if you get hit by 4 rocks. Luckily, I only had my foot get stomped by the rock, not my head. I remember I had a trap like that bug out in one of the Fallout games, and every time I touched a rock, it was like dealing damage to me, like it was falling and hitting me. I didn't last more than like 5 seconds because of that glitch. Oh my gosh. Usually you're in a mine, though. Yeah, once you go underground and you're in a cave or a mine, that's usually when the rocks fall and you're done. I think my favorite Dungeon and Dragon, like, race, it's gotta be Tiefling. I love Tieflings and Halflings. I'm like, mix me some Orc, mix me some Elves. Give me some devil people. Like a tiefling bard all the way. What's in here? Why is this locked? Ooh. I don't know much about them. What's like their what's their starting lore? Oh, humans can be anything. That's why most people who play humans love them, because you can just like have them, they have so much like that you can start with them, or like their backstories and stuff like that. Oh my god, Chris is gonna take a shot at my heart. He doesn't like tieflings. I think that, well, it's like what? Dragon? Are they called Dragonborn? Or Dragonlings and tieflings are like the two super custom races of D&D that like they designed themselves. Ooh. I love that. So they're kind of like Draenei from World of Warcraft. They come from the stars. That's very cool. Tieflings are like if you pissed off a succubus or a demon, or like a demon had an escape from hell and he was running around in the real world trying to figure out how everything works. They are pretty crazy though. But I like their horns. What's in here? Drawbridge? Oh my god, look at the spike pits on the floor. Yeah, I'm gonna try my best not to fall. Maybe I can push the skeleton off the bridge. I think I actually was watching, somebody did like a first look at the new Dungeons and Dragons game. It's called like War of Winter or Winter's War or something like that. I didn't get a chance to look at it fully, but it kind of looks interesting. I wonder if it's going to be any good. Yeah, that's what I want to do. I want to Fus Rodad off the bridge. That's like my favorite thing to do. Just like blow somebody off a mountain and then watch their body fall to the ground. Like I said, I miss it. I miss my dragon shouts. Okay, there's tons of traps here. Look, every single pillar has, like, darts that are gonna shoot me. Oh, shit. Speaking of which, I just took a couple to my chest. I gotta go around this way. I'm safe. I like that their heads blow off when you hit them. But fighting ancient old samurai skeletons. I know. Okay, there's no murder spikes on this side. There we go. There we go. I'm just gonna jump over this. Well, I got a couple, but I'm wearing armor, so I don't think it'll be fatal. God, what's gonna be waiting on the... Who's gonna have the Mad Stone? Is it gonna be the Grandmaster Samurai of legend? We're gonna have to fight, like, the Shadow Sensei? We're gonna have to fight the guy from Kung Fu Panda? God, there's a lot of them. Alright, I'm just gonna keep leading them back across this bridge. Seems like the best bet. Ooh! See if he'll walk through that. Oh, the skeletons can't trigger it? I was kind of hoping they could, like, trigger their own traps.
Oh!
Maybe it's Rita. Rita Rapunzel. Or Lord Zed. I liked Lord Zed because he had a staff that was a Z that had lightning powers, so as somebody with a Z name, I always wanted a staff with just a giant, you know, my first initial. Just zap people with my giant Z staff. Sadly, they haven't put it in a game yet, but I keep looking for it every game I play. Like, the good thing about burning skeletons is they can't reincarnate because you burn their bones, so it's left over from Game of Thrones. I always know you have to burn the bodies. Ooh, here he is, the ghost. Alright. I am a... what am I? A knight? A novitiate? What am I? I am a knight brother of the Blades, and I challenge you to a duel. For the Madstone.
We've awaited your arrival, messenger. You have made a long and perilous journey, but there is no time to rest. The army of Raymond is at our doorstep, and our supplies have dwindled. We have awaited your arrival. Tell us, what news do you bring from Akavir?
There's no reinforcements coming. We got lost in Morrowind. Lord Temeric, or whatever the hell his name is, made an alliance, and no help is coming. That's basically what we read from the journal. I'm here for the Madstone. Here are your orders. I'm from the army of Raymond. That will make me fight him. Why don't we give him the orders?
Well done, soldier. Your mission is complete, and you have my thanks. Now we may rest. Long live the Akavir.
After seeing the orders, the Akaviri commander vanished. The ruins are now silent and at peace. After so many years, the Akaviri's final mission has been completed. I should proceed ahead and search for the Madstone. Okay. Oh, hell yeah. Treasure room! Oh, man. Like, this is what I'm talking about. Why isn't there a throne at my castle? You gotta have a throne, or it's not a castle. I definitely want to just take this back with me. Do you think, like, Amazon Prime will send this to my castle? Give me free delivery? I just want a nice throne. I would do, like, the Game of Thrones throne. I would do, like, a big floofy throne. I could do Cusco's throne from the Emperor's New Groove. I do like his throne, too. Alright, we need the Madstone. Ooh, $600. That's pretty good. Ebony ring. Money. Ooh, is this it? Draconian Madstone. Ooh, look at that. To obtain the Draconian Madstone, I should now make the long journey back to Countess Carvane in Bruma. Okay. Well, we got her stone. So she should definitely like us now. What the shit? Am I not supposed to twirl this? I'm gonna go this way. I don't want to go down to that spiky wall section, or spiky floor section. I think it was this way. Trying to do this off of memory without, like, looking at my map. Back in the good old days when you had to memorize, like, Zelda maps. Alright, I'm excited to see what artifact she's going to give us. I'm hoping it's like a katana, because I kind of want to like outfit myself like the Akaviri, especially once we start doing Martin's quest.
You've got some nimble fingers. What have you been getting into? Welcome back, my lord. If you have the item my lady seeks, I suggest you bring it to her. She hasn't slept a wink since you departed.
I do have it. Can you tell me anything about her?
The Countess is in attendance. Please observe proper etiquette.
Okay.
I hope you bring good news. Have you recovered the Madstone?
I have indeed.
I never thought it possible. I mean, I had hoped, but to actually hold it in my hands. Oh, it's more beautiful than I imagined it. Congratulations. I had a feeling you were the right person for the job. And it seems I owe you a reward.
Yes, you promised
This
me an
Akaviri
artifact.
ring was found with the messenger's diary. It awards the wearer with increased agility and resistance to harmful magic. It's known as the Ring of the Viper Eye. I hope it serves you well in your future journeys.
Oh. Let's see what she says. Is she going to wear it?
The Madstone is finally mine. It's the pinnacle of my collection. Many thanks to you again. With the information you have given me about Pale Pass, it could take scholars many years to amend the history books.
Okay. Chancellor Onkado. Why does his name sound familiar too?
He served Emperor Uriel for many years, and so far he has done well in an impossible situation.
He's the one leading as interim emperor right now until we can get Martin on the throne. Okay. Nice, so that's her her custom countess quest, so we just finished that. Very nice.
May luck be always on your side.
Oh look, it's just here. Oh my god, that's so amazing. Bye guys, have a good day. Thanks so much. Love you. Bye. My precious. Where is it? Resist disease, resist poison. Well, what did Chris? I had to take it. I had to hold it in my hands, my precious. I just wanted to feel it one last time. Oh my god. Resist poison, resist disease. Okay, so I don't need the disease resistance, but resisting 50% of poison sounds nice. Not that many stuff really poisons you in this game, other than, what, Shivering Isles? There's a lot of poison. But, yeah. As far as I'm concerned, there is no Madstone. There is no war in Ba Sing Se. Oh my goodness. Do you think she'll care if I borrow this as long as I, like, bring it back? Do you think she'll, like, send out a battalion of guards after me, or you think it's fine to just hold on to this for right now? I mean, I could return it. I mean, you know, it's not the best ring. Okay. You know what? Only because I like her, and she's been pretty upstart.
It's wonderful to see you again.
I'll put this back. I'm not totally heartless.
You treacherous little filcher. Stop!
Hey. Putting this back.
Little
Help!
sticky
Come
palm
quickly!
little
We've got a
worm.
burglar!
There we go. And I'm out. Oh my goodness. Well, you know, she didn't seem to care, but she certainly seemed to care when I put it back. But I call that a job well done. You know these guys won't be able to catch me. I'm so fast. All they've been doing is eating donuts and not doing their job, so there's no way they can keep up with me. Peace out, bitches! Easy. I just thought it was better. I thought it was like 100% resistant to poison, but it's only 50-50, and I'm a vampire, so I'll let her keep it. I'd rather remain friends with her than, you know, have the whole army out searching for me because I kept the stone. But let's go ahead and hit up our old friend in the waterfront. But are they still coming after me, really? Oh, there they are. Dinguses. Alright, well I want to fast travel. I don't have time for this. It's time to assume the mantle. Surprise!
Die!
Come on, fight me. We're doing so good. We can totally win this fight. Now you sit there and you think about your actions. Also, I'm going to take all your stuff. Let's take this. This is all basic. They can keep that. I will take a castle key, though. There we go. Alright, let's head back to the Imperial City. So we've done the Count of Skingrad. He's tied to the Mages Guild. We did the Countess of Bruma. She's the Akaviri one. We did the one in Coral. And I think one other one, if I remember correctly. Ooh, Clanfer. I actually need this guy's claws. Assuming he's not a summon.
Whoa!
Oh, Jesus. Okay, back up. Back it up. I keep forgetting that there's just random warlocks that hang out here. Now we have a random Argonian. There's a bandit. Where did that Argonian go? There he is. I don't want to lose him. Wait! Wait! I'm a friend! I'm friendly! Wait! Don't go into the ruin! Amusai? He's the guy from the Thieves Guild. Amusai, what are you doing? What? Okay. Yep. Wait, stop.
You wear the shadows well, fellow thief.
What was he doing just walking on the road like that? You're gonna get yourself killed. You gotta be more careful.
Hey, you're the one they call the hero of Kvatch, aren't you? The one that closed the Oblivion Gate and saved the city.
That's me. Thank you for remembering. Alright, I'm gonna kill this lady because she attacked you, so just give me a second.
Shadow.
Come here, bitch. Nobody touches my Argonian friend. Okay, all clear. Nobody messes with the Thieves Guild. Alright, freaking Warlock. I was thinking that clan fear was real. I was going to cut off his claws so we could make a trophy out of him, but he was a summon. We'll have to go to Oblivion to get the real thing. Somebody just threw their bow on the road. Alright, so I need to sneak back into the waterfront and hit up my good friend, what's his name? Amrin? No. Yeah, I think it is Ambryn, isn't it? I need him to take care of my bounty. I don't get how me returning the necklace triggered me getting a bounty, but me taking the necklace didn't trigger a bounty. So it's almost like I'm punished for, like, doing the right thing in the end. I should have just kept it, shouldn't I? Just kept on walking. Damn it. Sucks having a heart. I mean, technically she would never have had that necklace unless I got it for her, so I technically have some kind of ownership, right? God damn it, the one time I need Amryn to be home, he's not home. Alright, we're gonna have to wait out till nighttime. Hello. Hello, Mother's Head. How have you been? I remember you from the Dark Brotherhood. You were the mom of the guy that betrayed us. I have all my artifacts just randomly around my house. My random-ass Warhammer that I should probably use from Patron Saint of Orcs. Let's wait till like 6. He should be back home by 6.
Oh!
God damn it. Where does this guy go? It's like ever since you become the Grey Fox, his pathway has changed. Hello? Who the hell is this lady? Praxidis Afranius.
I'm Praxedes Afranius.
Oh, I was not even close
share a house in the Temple District.
with her name at all. Why the hell are you in his house? I'm the only person who can come into his house. We have an understanding. Who are you? I've never seen you before.
It is a very fashionable address, of course, but we live simply.
Are you married?
He got reassigned to Anvil, I think. Without him around, all this hustle and bustle about the Grey Fox will go away.
I doubt it.
I never believed in the Grey Fox anyway. I think the Imperium just made him up as an excuse to raise our taxes.
Oh, I'm about to blow your mind, lady. You ready for this?
Take care.
Surprise, bitch.
Yeah.
What do you think now?
I used to admire you.
Do you care that I'm wearing the Grey Fox cowl?
It is a very fashionable address, of course, but we live simply. Farewell.
Does she not care? Hello? Hello, hello? Does this do anything for you?
I used to admire you.
No, I guess she doesn't care. That's interesting. Usually they run around screaming,
Okay.
going, "You're the Grey Fox? Oh my god. What am I gonna do?" The crown's broken. Hang on, let me repair it real quick. There we go. Yeah, I was gonna say, even with percentage, with direct evidence of the Grey Fox being right in front of her, she's like, no, he's fake, it's just something to raise our taxes. Oh lord. Well, I gotta go find your husband, or I don't know what your relationship... Okay, and then she just walks out the back door. Alright. I need to go find Amryn. Coast is clear, get a little nibble, 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 nibble. Alright, thank you, thank you. Like, he comes, you go in this door, he's not here, but then when you step out of the door, he's like walking. And I'm still mad that they consider this to be an additional area for the Grey Fox. This is the most pathetic attempt at a guild hall I've ever seen. It's like, what? And then they're like, oh, here's 6 lockpicks. This is definitely worth it now that you're the Grand Master of the Thieves Guild. Even knowing that you have the skeleton key, probably. They're going to give you lockpicks as a reward? Give me a break. And then look, see? And then when you come out, he's walking.
You wear the
Get your
shadows
ass
well,
over here.
fellow thief.
Pay off my bounty.
You can pay your fines to the guards, serve your time, or pay me half, and I'll fix them all.
Here you go.
Consider it done. I will get rid of all your criminal warrants.
Also, there was this weird lady in your house. I don't know why she was there. She was bitching about the gray fox, so I put my cowl on. She didn't seem to care. So you guys like married or hooking up, or what's going on with that? No, you don't want to tell me? Okay.
Shadow hide you.
I've never seen her in his house before. And I think I would know if he was married. I think he would tell me. We're close enough friends. He would tell me.
Duty calls.
Excuse you? Excuse you? What do you mean duty calls?
The Emperor is dead, and so are his heirs. We're a legion without a leader. The Blades were trusted with our Lord's protection, and they failed.
Okay, so you ran across the waterfront in the middle of the night to tell me this? What do you mean duty calls?
Carry on.
Yeah, that's right. Keep walking. We don't want your kind around here. We don't need any guards. The waterfront is a free people. Yeah, that's right. That was the weirdest thing ever. Alright, so let's see. We definitely have some stuff we have to sell. We need to hit up our castle to get those trophies crafted. And then I think I want to do the next one for the Fighters Guild, because I think we're due for that. Orion says I should speak with Arian in the Breville Mages Guild in order to get the details for the to complete the contract. So let's go ahead and sell all our stuff, and then hit up the castle, make our trophies, and then we'll go follow up because that little shit wood elf defaulted on the contract. We have to make up for it. One of these days, I'm just going to put the Grey Fox cowl on and kill as many guards as I can in the city just to see how much I can get. I tend to do that in Skyrim too, where I just go crazy. I like turn into a werewolf and go ham on all the guards. Like they piss me off one too many times.
Look at the muscles.
Alright, let's see.
A pleasure to speak with you. Let's do business.
Oh, she's got 150 elven arrows. I need these.
A fine bargain for you.
But you see, she just charged me 2,100 gold for that. If I was in Skyrim, I could cut my own arrows and probably cost me like $5. So it kind of sucks that you can't craft your own arrows in this game. It was like something I love to do. Get rid of these. Hell yeah. Take these bitches out. Also, what can you tell me about the guild guy? Why is he so big?
We need to find out what happened with him. It's all suspicious to me.
Okay.
Let's go.
Oh man. He's ready. He's already got his armor on. Let's do it. Why did he lock the door? I had to pick the lock to get out of the house. Is he just gonna walk there, you think? If I, like, follow him? Looks like it, doesn't it? Alright, I'll meet you at Leowin. I am to meet Orion at the Fighters Guild in Leowin. From there, we will travel to Arpenia to look for Azani Blackheart. Let's do it. Take me to Leowin. I want to figure out who is involved in his murder. And why was their shield left there? And why are they taking out members of the Fighters Guild? Let's go to the chapel first. I haven't prayed in a while. Thank you. Get a little bit of that divine prayer power. So they were mentioning in one of the other chapels that I can pick one of the 9 to be my champion. Like my, basically I become their champion. I get their blessing. I know I can go to the Priory of the 9 and pick any of their blessings down in the basement, but I can't remember if you can get them from the chapel or waystones or what, but it might be worth going back to the Knights of the 9 place so I can get a blessing and become one of the gods' champions. Right? Is this guy looking at me?
What did I do to deserve this honor?
Witsadutsi runs a clean establishment. She really hates it when people mess up her place.
Witsy Dootsy.
The Five Claws is a very clean place. Witsy Dootsy wouldn't have it any other way.
I love her name.
So I've heard.
What's the news from the other parts of Tamriel?
They say syndicates of wizards have led a boycott of imperial goods
Oh, we already know
in
that.
the land of the Ultima.
It
Can I
seems
help you,
Somerset
brother?
Isle has
Skasha.
become a much more dangerous place.
We need to check out.
Look at her
Arpinia.
smiling in the
Come on,
background.
I'll follow you.
Tell me that isn't terrifying.
Okay.
You just see her smiling in the
Farewell.
background with her ears perked up like, hey guys, what are you talking about? You guys going on an adventure? Can I come? I'm like, no, you can't come with us. She's like, oh, really? I'll be really helpful. I have a bow. Like, nah, stay here. Look at her face.
Greetings.
She's so happy to be here. She's just like, I'm a Khajiit and I'm in the Fighters Guild. I'm the only one. Like, she's so happy. I gotta talk to her.
It's my pleasure. Please continue.
Tell me about Leowyn.
Leowyn stands alone. That's what Count Garl says. Only our brave guardsmen to keep the hordes of oblivion at bay. Bugak Robol has some good books at Southern Books. He's an odd one, though. Always seems ready for a fight.
He's also an orc, which is hilarious to me that an orc would own like a bookstore or a library.
Certainly.
Oh yeah, she's 100% disposition. She's got a super crush on me.
Goodbye.
Alright, you ready to head out?
We need to check out Arpinia. Come on, I'll follow you.
Alright, let's do it. This mission is off the record. We're going sneak mode.
You have the hands of an illusion.
Can I make it up here? Almost. I just want to run from rooftop to rooftop like Spider-Man. That's my dream. Alright. Where is this place? Need to go to Arpinia, which is right up the road, so let's follow the road up. Oh, more Nirnroot. Oh my god, I'm finding so much Nirnroot today. I'm gonna have to go back home and see if we have enough to finish Sindarian's quest. I'm sure I'll get like the Philosopher's Stone or some kind of like really good alchemy item if I can finish it. And now that I don't need Redwort Flower, all I find is Redwort Flower on the road. Still traumatized from that quest I had to do to get back into the Mages Guild. Now I just see it everywhere, and I'm like, there it is. There it is. I see some. I see some. Dead, thanks so much for the follow, man. Thanks for stopping by. We're happy to have you. Let's see. Looks like the deer are running from something. He's so slow. Keep up. Keep up. I know you didn't train your athletic skill like I did, so I move faster than you, but stay close. I don't want you to die. Oh, there's a town over here. Okay, he's coming. He's not very, he doesn't run cross-country. He's not a very good runner. Is this their stronghold? What is this place? Black and March. What's Black and March? Thanks, Medium. Yeah, we just recently, we went over 60. So it's been really nice. Yeah, everybody say hello for sure. We're so happy to have you. We're just, we're doing a quest for the Fighters Guild right now, Dead Bars. We're trying to figure out if the Blackwood Company is involved in killing off our members.
That's the Gold Coast, Westfield, and Colovian Highlands.
Yes.
Good news from Kvatch for a change. The last of the Daedra have been driven out.
Okay, that's good.
I've heard others say the same.
Leave me alone. I haven't time for fools.
Why is he so aggressive?
What's going on with you?
Hang on, let me talk to this guy.
Yes?
What is this town? Brackenhurst?
Good day.
Well met.
What's going on here?
Be seeing you.
They all have Daedric weapons,
Good
too.
afternoon. A pleasure to speak with you.
Hmm.
Be seeing you.
Alright. I'll have to investigate this town later. I'm gonna have to go and do the Fighters Guild quest first. Oh, nice. You beat it? That's good. Anyone who can say that they've truly beaten an Elder Scroll game, I think that they deserve a medal. Because that proves, like, dedication to craft. Like, it's such an accomplishment, too, once you're able to beat it, because the game's, like, so big and expansive, so... I like to wear it as, like, a badge of honor. Wait, is there... Oh, it's just, Nocturno Shrine. We're gonna have to consult the book and see which Daedric shrines we're missing. I think we only have 3 left to do. Someone was saying that the last shrine, you have to do all the other ones for it to open up, but I wasn't quite sure which one they were talking about. I think it's the last one in the book. Oh yeah, for sure. It's always fun to do like new playthroughs and see what you can discover. Like, I feel like I could play this game 10 times over and I'd still discover stuff that I didn't find through a playthrough. Yeah, Oh, that's right. Yeah, Mora. That's right. I think I still have my Book of the Daedra, don't I? Maybe I put it in my chest. Oh no, here it is. Hermaeus Mora, whose sphere is crying of the tides of fate, of the past and future as read in the stars and heavens, and whose in dominion are the treasures of knowledge and memory. God, what a description. I just want to be described like that when I, like, walk down the hallway. Like, whoever writes the descriptions for the Daedric Lords, I want them to write a piece on me. Alright, so he wants me to go in Arpenia, which is an Ayleid ruin, so this is their hideout? I mean, I guess it's off the grid, but we need to figure out what's going on. Alright, now keep a watch for traps. I don't want anyone to die. I need a torch. You're telling me if you came into a ruins like this, you wouldn't try to rip the crystals off of the pedestal? Give me those crystals. Alright, that's clearly a trap over there. It's like a spike trap. He just runs on top of it. He doesn't even care. Typical fighter guild. He doesn't care about traps. Jesus Christ. We're not talking about that. Nobody saw that. That didn't happen. Oh, my heart, like, skipped a beat. Like, I saw myself going up and I just had enough seconds to, like, fall off the edge before it, like, crushed my head. Oh my god. Typical Fighters Guild. Yeah, I guess I shouldn't talk shit, should I? I totally walked into that trap. Oh god, but to be fair, that's not my blood. I think that's somebody else's blood. I just don't want him to step on it, because he'll die. Alright, where are you, you Blackwood sons of bitches? We're here to avenge our fallen member. That looks like a trap stone. Yeah, that's right. I know how to juke you. Alright. That'll open that. That's still shooting at us. Yeah, let's open this up. Dodge, dodge, dodge. Okay. This isn't my first trek into Ayleid ruins. I'm aware of some of the traps. I'm still trying to look for a statue for Umbacano. I haven't been able to find him a single statue. I kind of feel bad. Oh, there he... What? How the hell did he get on this side? Did he jump? Oh, he was fighting a crab. Okay. Jesus. Alright, this place is a death trap. Just gonna go really freaking slow. Okay, I made it through. Oh, nice, he made it through too. I thought he was gonna take some damage. Alright, so far we're not doing too bad, minus the hole almost getting crushed into the roof. Okay. So far there's just a bunch of rats down here. Okay, that looks like a trap though. Jump. Jump. How did that hurt me? I jumped over that. Wait, where did he go? Oberyn? Did he just die? Oh, no worries. Enjoy yourself, Dead. It's such a fun game. I can say that, like, I don't regret a single second of, like, replaying this game. There's so many new things I discovered. Is he gonna die down there now? Is he gonna, like, poison himself? I think I should jump down to save him. Oh, he's got a crown. He's just, like, chasing rats into traps. Okay, good. He'll be fine. I was scared he's gonna, like, kill himself like the wood elf that crushed himself into the ceiling. I'm kind of immune to poison because I'm a vampire, but he doesn't have that luxury. Alright, let's get out of these poison vents. I just imagine, like, all of the NPCs are sitting in, like, a long table, and the developers of the game are like, okay, you're essential, you're non-essential, you're essential, you're gonna die, you can live, but we're gonna give you 5 HP, you're essential, and I don't know what to do with you. And they're just, like, determining what to do with all their NPCs. They don't give very many crowns out, I will say that. 9 out of 10 times, if you have a follower, he's gonna die if he takes enough damage. So you really have to be careful for the escort missions. Oh my god, look at that trap. How'd you like to know if I can get back to where I was? I think I have to take the long way around and go up this way. Alien ruins are kind of tricky to navigate. Jesus, I forgot about this. I kissed the blade with my face. Alright, wait for the timing. Oh, come on, Oberyn. Oh my god, hang on. Just a flesh wound, don't worry about it. I'll get you patched up in no time. God, he has a lot of health. Hey, I'm getting level ups from it, though. There we go. Back to normal. Alright, so this time, try not to fall off the bridge chasing a rat, please. What's over here? Oh no, we've been through there already. Okay. So what do the statues look like? Do you guys know what the alien statues look like? Is it just like an elf, like, posing? Is it like the statue of Dabilla from Skyrim? I've been trying to look for them, but since I haven't found one, I have no idea what they look like. Oh shit, we're back in the poison vents. Is it pointy like a pyramid, or is it pointy like a tall tower? Like an abstract piece of art? Okay. I don't think I've found one yet. I'm kind of upset about that, honestly. I can't really call myself a treasure hunter if I can't find any Ayleid statues. I think Laura Croft would probably laugh at me. Rectangle prism with a bunch of spikes. So, like, long like this, but then, like, the outside of it has spikes in all directions. I don't have to, like, open up any cages to get to them. They're just kind of there, right? Like, it's not like the Varla stones. Oh, just on the top and bottom. Okay. Oh, there we go. These are the stairs I was looking for. There we go. Alright, be careful. Don't cut yourself. Jump.
Ah!
Jump.
Oh. Oh.
God damn it, Oberyn. Alright, whatever. I'm gonna keep going. He'll catch up. Ooh, a necklace. Is that all that was here? Really? Was I supposed to jump down into the poison? Need another torch. Alright, so we're there. That's a dead end. That's where we came in from. This area is undiscovered. None of these have map markers. I'm assuming we have to go this way? I don't know what we're looking for down here. Yeah, this is just a dead end. Okay. I'm gonna try and work my way back to the start.
Oh!
And this leads me over here. It's just a treasure chest. But I can jump down. And I'm back here. Can I do anything on this side of the map? Doesn't look like it. And now I'm back here. Maybe I should talk to him. Maybe he'll tell me what we need to look for. Takes him a while to find me, though. Oh, there he is.
Nothing. I knew it. Azani Blackheart isn't here, alive or dead.
Yeah, there's nothing here, dude.
The bastards. There was no battle. Azani must have made a deal with the Blackwood Company. My guess is that they paid him off. They get the weapon for Argoth, collect the payment, and tell Azani where the mage is. Easy for Blackheart to retrieve the weapon and collect on it.
So now that we know that, how can we, like, frame him?
We find Blackheart and get that weapon. We'll finish this contract and let all of Cyrodiil know what happened here.
Hell yeah.
Blackheart has a fascination with these Ayleid ruins. There's one northeast of here, Atatar. My bet is that he moved his base there. I'll lead.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's go to Atatar.
We'll show them.
I haven't seen any statues so far. Was there a statue down here, Medium? I didn't see one. But if you ever see one, just let me know. I just want to know what it looks like. Gotta heal this guy. Keeps running through saws. Okay, good. I just want to make sure I didn't miss any. Oh yeah, that'd be great. Just so I can have an image to look at, to know what to look for. Like, once I find one, it'll be fine. It's just because I haven't found one yet. There we go, he's back to full. Ooh, it's raining outside, I love it. Well, I sold one, yeah. I found the original one to start Umbacano's quests, but I haven't found one since, so I have no idea what they look like. Does he have it up in, like, the display case, like, where I can see it? Is he not gonna come out of the door? Dark Elf. Oh, Dark Elf. Oh my god. Seriously? Move your ass. I guess he didn't like that I went out the door first. So if you sell one to the merchant, he, like, sends you a letter, and he's like, hey, you're a dumbass, you just sold a relic for, like, a third of its value. I'll pay you properly if you bring them to me. And that's how you, like, meet him anyways, because I just had one in my pocket, so I sold it, because I needed money. And that, like, triggered his, him wanting me to get more, I guess. So I think I have to follow this guy, because if I go ahead of him, he just kind of freezes in place, so I think I have to just follow behind him. He's not very well prepared. He has a iron cuirass, red leather lacy pants, looks like leather boots, no gloves, and no helmet. And he uses a mace with no shield. And he's not holding a torch or anything in his offhand. He's definitely not, like, optimized at all. Kind of bugs me. Where is he taking us? He said it was northeast? Is it this place? Like up here? I wish there was a way to, like, make NPCs move faster. Like do a motivate button or something. Are you lost? Do you know how to get there? Search the ruins of Arpenia, and the place is deserted. There are no corpses, no sign of battle. Orion believes that the entire story was made up by the Blackwood Company, that perhaps they paid off Azani Blackheart to move his base of operations. Orion suggests we search nearby ruins and knows of one to the northeast. Okay. This is clearly southeast, though. There we go. That's northeast. There, right there. That's it. Right over there. Look, I can't even, like, go 5 steps ahead of him and he freezes. I'm just gonna go to the ruins. I don't give a shit. This guy's taking forever and doesn't know that he can cut across the wilds to get there in half the time. There we go. Now the real question is if he's gonna come here, or if I just messed up the whole thing by not waiting for him. Maybe I'll wait an hour, see if he catches up. Oh, great. My vampirism activated. Oh, he did make it. Hello, Slowpoke.
He's here somewhere. I know it.
Alright, let's get him. A lot of dead rats in here. There's got to be some kind of trap. Okay, there's a guy over there. See if I can get a sneak attack off.
You're pathetic!
Taking all your shit. Okay, there's stairs over that way. Oh, jeez. Must have him fall down the stairs. Just bandits, though. It's not the Blackwood Company. Unless they're farther in and they're just paying these bandits to be like lookouts. What's in the basement? Shit. And making everything super light. Oh wait, there's a Varla stone in here. Oh, there's another one over here. Remote. Was it a lever or a switch? I'm trying to remember what I have to do to get these cages up. Remotely. Everything's remote. Is it a... Oh yeah, it's a button, that's right. It's like a... Oh, there's one. It's like a green button.
Hello?
Back up, lady.
I'm just warming up, you pathetic worm!
Button. Where's the button? It's the thing with the big green gemstone in the center, right? Oh, there it is. Alright, that opened that. Oh, there's a bridge here. Oh, this is a whole new area. I thought I was in the same area, but I think I came out on the other side. Shit. Okay. Run back. Run. Again. Let's see if I can make this jump. Oh! There we go. Just keep chug-a-lugging. Gotta go fast. How does he keep hurting himself? Look how much damage he takes when I leave him alone. Alright, let's not fall off the bridge this time. That doesn't look like a good time. Also, that looks like a trap. Alright, press this button. How many Varla stones do you have, Shasta, for your playthrough where you're the Atronach? Do you have a bunch? I have more Alien stones than I do Varla stones by far. Right. Still aggroed by something, though. I think I have a feather potion, don't I? I have Selimius Fraud, which is like one of the best feathering ingredients in the game. There we go. That should let me loot to my heart content. I mean, these statues must be super rare if I've been into all these alien ruins and I haven't found one yet. Either that or I'm just like extremely unlucky when it comes to finding statues. Oh, there's Blackheart. Asani Blackheart. Orin and I have found and defeated Asani Blackheart. Sin Weaver. Sin Weaver? Sin Weaver. Drain fatigue 10 points on strike. Fire damage 10 points on strike. 21 uses with only a 360 charge. I mean, I don't use two-handers, but I might, like, learn just to use this sword. Seems like a very solid weapon. What else you got? Blackheart's ring, elven stuff, 19 gold. So he's just chilling out in these ruins. Daedric Long, that weighs a little bit too much. 700 gold. Olsen Poison. I mean, I guess we'll take it. We're just gonna sell everything real quick anyways. Oh shit, look at all this stuff. Is this like treasure room? Hell yeah. The Madness of Pelagius, Wolf Queen, jewelry box, Hanging Gardens. The heck are Hanging Gardens? Oh god, rat. I love his sword. It's like an elven fire sword. Hell yeah. Okay, so now we're up here on the balcony. Let's see what he says.
Azani Blackheart is dead, and our brothers avenged.
Okay, so now that we have his ring, can we, like, prove that he, like, sold us out?
Dead, finally. Good work. Did you retrieve his ring? I want that as proof that the Blackwood Company didn't defeat him.
Alright, I do have the ring.
You've got it. Good. I'll use it to prove it was we, not the Blackwood Company, who killed him. Good work on this. Now get out of here. I'm going to head back to Coral. When there's more to do, I'll let you know.
Hell yeah. Did that earn me advancement?
Your accomplishments are impressive. Because of this, I bestow upon you the rank of Warder of the Fighters Guild.
Nice. Alright. Very nice.
Bye.
Alright, so basically we're like separating right here. Damn rats out of here. I want to just get to the exit. I'm gonna go ahead and sell all of our stuff, and then we can. I'll probably be wrapping up stream here right after that. I don't know. I don't think I'm supposed to go this way. This is like I fell through the basement and I have to work my way back up. Jesus. I thought that was a bandit. I just almost took a swing at Oberon. He scared the shit out of me. I had to, like, turn at the last second and, like, hit the wall. That would have been bad. Definitely don't want to hit the guy in charge with a two-hander. I think I can just jump down here, can't I? Yeah. That should get me back. Oh, there's a goblin. Can't remember, are goblins considered humanoid? Pretty good. Oh, nice. They're not considered humanoid. Very cool. God, you don't need barely any charge to keep this sword fully charged, though. And at 360, you get 24 swings with it. That's not too bad. I'm not mad at it. I think this is the way out. The gate just opened by itself. That's a little ominous. It's opened. That one's still shut. Atatar. I guess I could just follow him because he's walking towards the exit, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so this has got to be the way out. Whoever decided to put swinging sword traps of death at the front door, they're an asshole, and they know they're an asshole.
Greetings to you.
Alright, well we both made it out alive somehow. Only just barely, though. What do you think, Chris? You're the default two-hander guy. What do you think? Is this sword worth using, or should I sell it? I kind of want to put it in my my house next to my other two-handers. But, you know, I could have a change of heart. I could become a two-hander guy. You never know.
You have the hands of an illusionist.
Let's get to the Imperial City before my feather potion wears off. Yeah, it seems pretty good. It doesn't take much charge at all. Oh, you use blunt, that's right. Blunt's different than using a sword. I forgot about that.
Don't you understand what that means? We can beat the bastards.
think I'm over encumbered and burning at the same time. Give me another feather potion.
Samuel Bantian has a bit of a checkered past.
Apparently, he can teach you the basics of lock picking.
Go on.
Saurus Arenum sure seems upset. I think he lost something important.
Seriously?
Without question.
I'm just slowly sizzling on the sidewalk, no big deal.
Gone from the chapel in Coral.
It can't be.
No doubt.
Safe travels.
Be seeing you.
Me children will thank you for your help.
Why do you keep changing your voice, you creepy old lady?
Thank you, kind sir. Blessings of...
Speak, citizen.
Let's see, what does this guy have to say about the Imperial City?
When the city is quiet, everybody is happy, right? If you like noise, maybe you're in the wrong place.
Interesting. Looks like another douchebag, let's be honest.
Stay safe, citizen.
Alright, let's get into a store, get out of the sun for a little bit.
A pleasure to speak with you. Have a look around. You won't find better prices.
Alright, let's sell everything.
That's more than... And
Picked up a lot of shit. I didn't even realize. Look at all the warhammers I had. Silver war axe. I don't know, though. Look at that weight. It's like 55. I don't know. I might just toss this, actually.
An excellent bargain.
It's a little too heavy for me to be carrying it around. If it weighed less, I would definitely rock it, but I think I can do better than that.
You can... That's a... You can...
Oh man, we're already back up to almost 290k. That's awesome. We're doing so good. I can't wait to hit 300k.
That's more than... That's the... You... That's a...
I don't need the shield ring, I can sell
You've
that.
made a good... That's a... That seems a fair price.
Right. That's all good. All good. Do I have anything of this I can sell? I can sell the Daedra Heart. And this wax. Yeah, get rid of the zombie flesh. Oh, I have too many ogre teeth. That's what's going on. So I already gave the trophy lady the ogre teeth, so I can sell the rest of these.
A fine transaction.
It's not filled up. We have a Wellick stone. I did the bear, so we can sell this one.
That seems
I did the lion. I need a wolf pelt. I wonder if she has one. You have a wolf pelt by chance? No, it doesn't look like it. Alright. So our ending total is 290.
You too.
2912. Alright, so I need to get some blood. Let's go to the Imperial Mages College and fill up real quick. Uh-oh. Wait, what were you talking about, Medium? When you said I don't know how right I am? What, when I was talking about the money, or that the two-hander was too heavy? So these are the guys that you can watch outside the arena that raise your hand-to-hand skills. And if you sneak into the back little chest right here, you can get the arms of Kung Lao. So somebody was a big Mortal Kombat fan who made this game.
Hail, good...
An orc in the gardens, what?
Hey, stranger, can you spare a few coins? I've just been shaken down by that bastard watchman, and he took my last septim.
Wait, what? There's a corrupt watchman?
The bastard took every coin I had with me. I don't know his name, but I know his face. Ruslan and I were shopping at Jensen's when he accused us of stealing. We turned out our pockets to prove we were innocent, but he didn't care. And we had to pay the fine, or he was gonna march us off to jail.
What the fuck? I'll take him out right now, because if he's being racist to orcs, then he's gonna... I'll take care of it.
He's shaken down most of the shopkeepers in the market district. They're all too afraid of him to do anything. Jensen wouldn't even talk about it. Someone ought to do something about him.
Alright, leave it to me.
Damn watchmen. I bet they're all crooked.
The hell? You got corrupt watchmen in the Imperial City? Definitely take him out. He's on my list now.
Is everything all right? You look a bit ill.
So we'll go to the Mages College, we'll wait till night, we'll get some blood, and then we sold everything. So I'll repair, we'll make sure everything's charged, and then we can go back to the castle and we'll save and wrap up stream and see all of our trophies we got for today. I want to see what they look like. Right, 11 o'clock.
Is everything all right? You look
I like how even at night they can tell that I need blood, that I look a little ill. I thought it was only because I was cooking in the sun. Get a little blood.
Whoa! You look like a bright one.
Alright, so let's go ahead and head to... Yeah, I sold everything. Okay, let's go ahead and head to our castle. And then I'll take care of this Imperial corruption next stream. So we should have, what, she was making 3 trophies for us? Plus I can use my forge real quick to repair everything. Very nice. I think I want to switch to elven arrows and my bow. There we go. Ah, so the ogre doesn't go here, so we still don't know. It's got to be like the clan fear, or maybe the Daedroth would be here for our big trophy.
What did I do to deserve this?
All right, here's our brown bear. We got our mega Ursa bear. Very intimidating, very scared. She's got him on his hind legs with his claws out. Very nice, very nice. Oh yeah, we got our ogre bro right over here. Big old arms with his little pouch. He has a little coin pouch in his like drink or alcohol, whatever he's got. Very cool. Mountain lion, and then our minotaur. So we've almost got this room filled. We only need like what do we need? 2 more here, and then 1 in the front. I think that's where all the trophy things are, and then we'll have a full set of trophies. Amazing. All right, well I'm gonna save and wrap up here. Let's get like a good look of them all. I like how she poses them. She does like excellent work. Yeah, one will be a wolf. One's the clan fear, which is a dinosaur, and then the Daedroth is a giant alligator. I'm trying to think what the last one is. Wolf, Daedroth, clan fear. Hang on, let me just go see what the last one is real quick.
What is it, Sarah? What can I...
Wolf clan for... Oh, a troll. We need troll fat. Okay. Maybe... Oh, it's got to be the troll. The troll has to go in the front. Trolls are so big and scary looking and derpy. I'm sure it's gonna be a troll. It's gotta be. Very nice, very nice. Not too bad at all. So we'll basically have to make a trip to Oblivion to get most of the stuff we need for the 2 trophies. Go ahead and give us the double save. Alright, everything looks good. And with that, we've reached the end of the stream. We had an amazing episode today. I had so much fun playing. We got a few more trophies done. We took care of the Forlin Watchman. We did a little bit more with the Fighters Guild. Found out that he was paid off and working with the Blackwood Company. But now we have evidence in the ring, so I'm hoping we can kind of prove to the world that they're a corrupt organization and kind of take them out. And then the Fighters Guild will reign supreme. So I'm super excited about that. We did some work with the Countess. We found the Akaviri artifact. That was super fun. And other than that, I'm just going to keep checking in with all the counts and seeing if I can get their bonus quests. Definitely want to complete the trophy room. And I want to keep moving up the Fighters Guild so we can get to the top. And hopefully get a rematch with that Wood Elf. I want to knock him on his ass. Take him out for betraying us. But yeah, definitely, guys. Thanks so much for stopping by. Thanks to everyone who followed. Everyone who's been participating in chat, everyone watching at home. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate each and every one of you. And you guys have a wonderful rest of your Friday and have a great weekend. And I'll see you guys in the next episode. So until then, bye guys. We'll see you later.